Hello, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name be Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I'm here with me brother, Mr. Alex Guthrie.
Yarrrr, that be my name, and I am here with our good friend, Justin James.
Yarrrr!
Yep!
And we're here with a Swashbuckler's Life for 4th star to the right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday night. So happy to be here. It is time for another one-shot crazy scenario from a Swashbuckler's life. Alex's zany rendition of what he thinks a pirate's life would be back in the 17 things. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is, of course, the INVICTUS stream. This is, of course, an 18+ show, which means there's going to be a lot of no-no words and graphic situations full of mature subject matter, such as... What kind of mature subject matter are we getting into tonight, Alex?
Oh, well, we're going to talk all about warnings.
Warning.
Sexual content and described nudity.
That's right. So if you're not comfortable with 18+ content, you go ahead, you close the YouTube video, but before you do, by God, we take it back. No, by God, you like the video and you subscribe to us. When you subscribe to us, Justin's hamsters get fed.
Yes, all of my hamsters get fed.
And it's been a long time since they've been fed.
It's like 30 hamsters.
It's like 30
Every time someone likes, there's one little food nugget.
One little food nugget, and just and then the hamsters, 30 hamsters on just piles and piles of skeletal remains of all the previous hamsters that didn't make it between weeks. Because going a week to a week is pretty long. So like the video and also subscribe to us. Also, you can find us on Twitter at INVICTUS Stream. You can also follow us on Instagram at the INVICTUS Stream, and you can join the Facebook group. The Facebook group is the place where we get together on like a big dog pile. It's like a big couch that we all hang out. We put one blanket over all of us, and someone farts underneath it, and it becomes stinky. And what's that called when you put it over?
A bomb, something bomb. A fart, a blanket bomb.
Yeah, a blanket bomb.
A Dutch oven.
That's it, a Dutch oven. So, and then someone does that, and it's just such a great group of people. So, if you have yet to join, you should seriously consider it. And don't consider it, just do it. Also, like the Facebook page, because, you know, that's a thing that you do nowadays, apparently. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, please consider supporting us on Patreon. I don't want to do cricket sound effects. Let's do applause. Or a fanfare.
Woohoo!
Yes, that's right. We have 25 patrons as of today. We have another person that has just backed us. So thank you so much to everyone who considers supporting us for doing these silly little shows. You're giving us an opportunity to do a lot of really, really cool stuff, but you know all about that, and we don't want to talk about it forever. So thank you is the global word here. Finally, going back 10 minutes ago when I was talking about the Facebook group, when you join the Facebook group, you have a chance to win something we like to call the MVP. The MVP is the most valuable post or posts of the week that we like to distinguish. This week we are going to win it. I mean,
we're going to win it too.
We're going to win it ourselves.
We're going to win it. This week we're going to win it.
We're just going to win it. It's us. 3-way tie. We're going to take that XP down to Mexico and we're going to spend it all on blow. But for real, this week we are happy to announce it to the one, the only... Jose Ramirez Ruiz, or Jose. We never really cleared.
Could be Jose or Jose.
For doing his fantastic depictions. He did a few drawings in one a few weeks ago because he did sort of sketches of Graham and stuff like that. But he's now done Adventure Time-esque caricatures, if that's the right terminology, of the undefeated cast, and they are fucking phenomenal, and they are goddamn good. I would have given it to Carly this week because she drove is the past tense of draw. Drew, myself, and Joe in when we were spooky streaming, and it was so fucking cool with the pizza guy in the background. But she won like last week or the week before, so you can't always get what you want, Carly. I know you're like messaging me being like, Harlan, please let me win every. No, not at all. She's super sweet. So, but Jose or Jose, you win this week. Well done. And please keep it up because I am so excited. If someone could animate those, could you imagine how cool that would be? I would absolutely
Totally voice that. We'd totally voice it.
I would. No, I'd voice all of them. I'd voice you.
You would voice.
And
okay,
I'd voice
that's a good idea.
Doth thou have nightmares?
You don't know.
I'm pretty much on. I could do you for sure, Alex. I think you and I have.
Oh, just like I can do Costner, right?
Well,
Then by God, we take it back.
yeah,
No.
I don't know. Maybe less. You got to act less. Then by God, we take it back. That was on
That's
point.
pretty good.
That was good.
That was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, A Swashbuckler's Life 4. Let's just fucking start it. Right? Here we go. Without further ado, the credits will roll tonight.
Boundless empty oceanscape, the mighty westward winds, the captain's deck, the sunken wreck, the payment for our sins, the bright blue sea that beckons me, the dirty drunken deeds, a buried quest, a dead man's chest, the swashbuckler's life for me.
You sit blindfolded, you two swashbucklers. Blindfolded and strapped to a chair. Your arms and legs are bound, and even more, it feels as though you've got strong, thick straps across your chest and over the tops of your legs. You are unable to move. Harlan's gone to get a blindfold, but he must hear this part, so I will pause. There. Now that he has his blindfold. It's been put over your eyes. The back of your head, it aches.
I've got quite
Really?
the headache. Do you mind explaining where we are?
Clearly, you were hit hard enough to be knocked out. And now you sit bound to a chair.
Say there,
Around
Dread.
you,
Do I? I can hear you breathing there.
Yeah, I'm here too. I hear you talking.
Do you remember
Around
anything
you.
that has happened? You can't speak.
I don't believe I do, but maybe if you wait 1 second, we will find out what I'm thinking.
you hear the familiar sounds of a ship that surround you. But you know it is not your ship. It almost puts you at ease, though, knowing that you're not just adrift out in the open, endless expanse. You hear a man's gruff cough.
Who coughs there?
You'll shut up when you're talking to me, and you feel a strong slap across your face. Harlan.
I will.
What is your name? And he grabs you by the scruff of your shirt.
My name is E.L. Merriweather, and I ask you to unhand me.
I'll unhand you, and you feel another slap across the other side of your face.
Oh, how dare you! Oh.
Why you be laying your hands off, E.L.? If I could raise my finger like this, I would show you a thing or two.
Show him.
And then you suddenly feel a slap across your face, Justin.
Ooh.
And you, what is your name?
My friends call me Dreads, but my enemies, they call me Dreads.
Oh, and do you know what you two are doing here?
If we knew what we were doing here, we probably wouldn't have asked you in the first place, you brutish brute.
Good point, E.L. Get him.
I'll get him, and I start swinging wildly for the...
Oh,
distance.
you are strapped so tightly you
Right.
can't even swing.
I start moving my head very little, like trying to peck a bit at him. Come over here, I swear to God.
I'm just gonna make a quick dice roll here, and then we're going to go with Mr. Peter Porter. And so you hear the voice. He says, "Peter, take off their blindfolds." And sure enough, you feel hands at the back of your. And as your blindfolds come off, surrounding you are the familiar signs of the ship you are on. The white, beady, fluorescent, and LED lights surround you in this large cargo hangar. And as you look forward, you see the giant sealed airlock door that separates you from the ever-ending space expanse beyond. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing Space Pirates tonight.
Hey, Space Pirates!
You were not expecting that, were you?
Do we know we're space pirates, or is this are we
Yes.
like ship pirates?
You do.
Oh, good.
We do.
You do.
Well, it's not like that, you see. I mean, wait, hold on, let me think for a second.
That's all right. You still talk the same way.
Right.
For a moment, I thought that we were just regular pirates on a regular ship, and I forgot all of this. It's 3,000 years in the future.
Here's your write-ups that you sent me. Now, what I've done is I've changed a few things so that once you do find your gear, Justin, you've still got your shrunken alien head.
Yeah, I did. Shaped after Predator.
Yeah. And Harlan, I guess you are still...
I still
the
have
same
my
person.
father's compass. In fact, I'm almost identically
right.
the same. Other than the fact that I thought I heard the ocean when I didn't.
That's right. You have an astro navigation compass.
Yes.
It's a relic at this point.
It looks like a regular compass, but it's still an astro navigation compass. And this is actually a laser pistol, but it just looks
That's right.
cool.
Oh, reskinned.
And Justin, you have a laser knife in your back pocket.
I have a laser kitchen knife.
So we're still bound, right?
That's right. You're still bound.
Peter,
Still bound.
is that what this fool called himself, Peter?
That's right. And as you look down now, just to give the community a little bit of background here, I did have to roll to find out who the captain was, but I've only just recently rolled, maybe 2 minutes ago, and so what came up is Captain Short. What I didn't ask for is your name, so I don't know who to give the XP to. But for everybody that wins, whose thing gets chosen for this game from the Google Doc or Google form that I made, you're gonna get 1 XP. So whoever had Captain Short, just reply in the Discord, and you're gonna get 1 XP.
Honor system, people. We're
Honor
pirates,
system.
not liars.
So
We trust you.
But the reality is, his name is Captain Short. You're not looking down. You look up, and before you stands an 8-foot tall
My God.
captain.
Now tell me again, where is it?
And he slaps you again across the face. EL.
Listen here. How dare you hand me? Do you know who I am?
So you're playing stupid, are you? Peter, I'll tell you what. Go to my bunkie and get my buzzer scalpel, and we will make this sorry sap talk.
No need for any of that.
Oh, ready to talk, are ya?
Of course we're ready to talk. Dredd and I just need a moment to reconvene. If we can speak for just a moment privately, we can get you anything you want.
You'll get your moment as soon as you tell me. And he
Slaps you across the other side of the face. His hands are like the size of a frying pan, this Captain Short. With every slap, you feel yourself losing a little bit of sanity.
All right. Well, and I turn to Dredd.
Yeah. Well. How are you?
Come on now and speak.
And you feel, hey, your eyes are open, Dredd, right? Just so you know, you're not covered.
Oh
in them,
yeah,
right?
no, I just felt like keeping them closed.
He grabs you by the collar. He starts shaking you violently, and the futuristic space chair that you're in is knocking around on the floor.
Why are you doing this, man? Stop it! Stop it! Give us just I can't raise my hands, but give us just a moment.
You're being unreasonable here. Just let us convene with one another. We just need to speak.
Exactly. You knocked us on the head, and now our brains are a little fuzzy.
Peter is a petty pickpocket. I hope you know that. Peter, and he points over to Peter, and Peter is a mute. He just looks up. And the captain looks down at him. He says, "Check their pockets, Peter." So Peter's gonna go for checking all your pockets.
You've already removed your weapons. Now what else is in your pockets?
That would have been a good thing to check when we were knocked out, yeah?
Well, now we have more of a chance to fight back, and as he reaches, I start, like, biting the air.
Oh, good move, EL. I'll do the same.
Okay, why don't you each do a roll?
Yeah.
And what's your
I'm gonna get some.
what can you use for that?
I'm gonna give myself 1d6 for the biting the air maneuver, and then another to do it, because we're using the Wushu open system, right?
That's right. We are using Wushu today.
And I'm just gonna call it like dodge, and I have 2, so.
I have 2 for dodge. So as long as you succeed.
So I did not succeed.
Okay, so he reaches into your pocket, EL, and he procures your antique navigator compass.
Now you listen here. That's very, very important to me.
And Peter picks it up and he kind of shuffles over to Captain Short and he hands it up to Captain Short.
Give that back.
Captain Short looks down at Peter and he looks over at you and he says,
Put it back in his pocket. That's just an antique relic. Nobody uses that shit anymore.
Yes.
Not since at least 5420.
That's right. Yes. Put it back in my pocket. It's of no use to you. Please, please, please.
They don't suspect anything.
Good.
Was there anything in your pockets, Dreads?
Yeah, the only thing in my pocket is, besides my weapons, which they've already taken away, is a head, the alien head that's shrunken. It's got dreadlocks like me, but it's much smaller and a weird mouth. So that's in my pocket. It's pretty big for my pocket, but I've got big pockets. So.
And so Peter procure. Oh well, actually, does your biting technique work? What did you use there?
You know what? I was just rolling. I just rolled 1/6 because I just basically copied EL. Yeah. So I'm not going to give myself any points for improving the storyline, but I rolled a 6. That is a bad roll, right?
That is a bad roll because what did you use? Did you have dodging? Is that your?
I don't have skills.
Okay.
I don't think I have dodge.
Okay, so then if you don't have it, then it's going to be a 2 or less that you have to beat. So you didn't. So he finds the shrunken alien head in your pocket, and he walks over to the captain. He says, "Oh, what the hell is this garbage?" And he picks it up. He smells it. He throws it back at you. He says, "You know what, Peter? Just take him to the cell." So he and let's say there's a bunch of pirates, these swashbuckler men that come and they transport you back into there's a holding cell. So you go through one.
Get your hands off me, you bastards!
It's all right.
You turn left and you go through another door and then another door, and you see there's like a mess hall, some table and chairs and stuff, and then you go through a couple more of these doors, and sure enough there's a toilet and one cot for the both of you, and it's a very small room, but it's the holding cell nonetheless. The door shuts in.
Is anyone going to explain why we are here? Did someone already explain that?
Oh, the shackles are gone. They must have disapparated as soon as the door was shut.
Yeah, I believe it was just the swashbuckling men that were holding us down.
And there's a little window that you can look through. But that's about it. And then there's a window to the outer space as well. So at least you don't have a total dark view. You actually have a window to the outside.
Oh, dreads. Do you know how we ended up here? I can't remember. I remember being asleep on the Jackdaw. We were going through space, floating listlessly.
Yeah, I remember something similar. But
Wait.
in terms of the things in between, I don't remember. It's a bit foggy.
On
Same
the
with you.
last planet, what was it? Verticon 17?
18.
Verticon 18. Do you remember
Yes.
when we were taking off? I said I think we were being followed, and you said no, of course not, because you're the pilot and you can see all things. I think there might have been a ship following us, and I think that might have been the ship that we're on right now.
And as you look out the side of, you look out the window that's facing space, and it's kind of a window that faces in the direction that the ship is heading. So you can see the side of the ship that you're on, and you can just barely make out the insignia on the side, and it says Harlan's Dream. That's the name of the ship.
What a terrible name for a ship.
1 XP goes to that person who came up with Harlan's Dream for the name of the ship.
This is a rather large vessel, wouldn't you say, Dredd?
I would say so, yes. And to name it Harlan, this person must be pretty important. A ship this big.
Sounds like a bit of an asshole to me, but I think perhaps the Jackdaw is in its holding cell. I don't think they would have destroyed the ship outright, and I don't remember being in a fight. Do you think the Jackdaw's still on board?
Actually, roll something for a memory check.
I'll do a 1d6, and it's a 3. I remember something.
All right, I'll take it. You do recall what happened, in that you were sailing along on your own ship, the Jackdaw.
Our ship.
And that's right, your ship, both of you, the Jackdaw, on your own piratey thieving quest, off to do no good yourselves.
We were following another ship.
That's right. An even smaller ship.
A smaller
bigger
ship,
ship.
yes.
A bigger
There's
ship.
always a bigger ship.
But a bigger ship came upon you first, and this is the ship that you saw in your rear view mirror, so to speak.
That's right.
And they ended up crashing into you, boarding your ship, and before you even really had a chance to react, you both were knocked out cold. And the last thing you remember seeing was the brutal slaughter of many of your crewmates. Decapitation, laser swords, and then, the head going
that's
through the
right.
air.
Remember when Sandra got her head cut off?
And
You've got to eat your spinach.
Poor Sandra.
That was the memory you have of Sandra. She was serving you spinach at the time. You didn't want to eat it.
I did not want to eat that spinach.
But
that was brutal. I feel bad for her.
if only we... that's right. I remember now, Dreads. Remember? We knew we were
What?
going to get boarded. You slipped me some of your potion to sleep. And the two of us, rather than fight, we went down.
Oh yes, they must have found us when we were unconscious there and hit us over the head for good measure.
That's right. Silly people. But the Jackdaw must still be intact. I remember them crashing into us, but they wouldn't just destroy a ship, would they?
Maybe they want it for salvage parts, but a ship as beautiful as the Jackdaw would not be used for salvage.
No.
Maybe they're going to sell it.
I think... And I stand up and I walk over to the sort of the cell door and the porthole, and I sort of look through it and come back to Dreads and I say, I think if we can get out of this brig, we should be able to find somewhere on the ship where the Jackdaw is stored, pilot the bitch and get off this rock of a ship named Harlan's, which is a terrible name, Harlan's Dream. If we can get back to, what was that last planet? Not the one before Vertigon 18, the one before that, that Oasis planet.
Omicron 74.
That's right. If we can get back to Omicron 74, do you remember what that chieftain said if we were ever in trouble?
Omicron.
He said, if you are ever in trouble, you just call my name 3 times, clap your hands, jump over something round, and then go wabba wabba whoop whoop.
That's right. So if we can get on the Jackdaw, pilot back to Omicron 74, and do all that on the island he left it, we should have his help at the very least.
He's going to do us a big favor, that's right.
Yes, because we returned his princess bride, which I feel quite bad about. She was very, very young.
She was.
Now, what you also are just barely remembering now is that you were not only on your own mission, but you had the map of a treasure on somewhere, a buried treasure. So you had this map, and putting 2 and 2 together, you realize that, yeah, that's probably what these guys are looking for.
They're probably boarded the ship right now and are searching it from head to toe. But luckily, you put it in a spot that they would never find it.
Yes, I did, and I'm afraid to say where that spot was, Dreads.
You're afraid to say it.
Well, you trust me, don't you?
Of course I trust you. You don't fly across the galaxies for 7 years without trusting someone.
Short episode.
You and I.
Unless you think things through properly here.
What? That's.
Are you just gonna say out loud where it is?
No, of course not. I know they're listening. But this is part of the way we're tricking them.
Okay.
Damn, we probably shouldn't have said all that plan about the Jackdaw. Look, they wouldn't be able to find it anyway because we know where it was stashed, don't we, Dread? Do you remember that planet before Omicron Persei 74?
Oh, how could I forget that planet? I don't really ever want to go back there.
Yes. Silicone Destro 12 was quite a deadly planet with those chest-bursting aliens. Now, when we landed there, and we stashed the map in this specific location that we did, we knew that only we would be able to retrieve the location safely. I mean, any smart captain, like the captain of Harlan's Dream, would not dare send his men down to retrieve it. He would want someone expendable. Who would he suggest as expendable, Dreads? I mean...
Well, expendable... If he's got a ship with the name Harlan's Dream on the side, if his name is Harlan, no, his name isn't Harlan.
Peter something or other.
Peter. Oh no, Little. Captain Short? What's the captain's name?
Captain Short.
Captain Short.
Captain Short. Harlan Short, maybe. Anyways, if he named this ship after himself, then I highly doubt that he would think of his crew members as anything but expendable.
No. He wouldn't want to waste them sending them to the location of the map. He'd want to have someone else expendable.
Well, I mean, we are pretty expendable to his cause, I think.
Let's hope he doesn't put 2 and 2 together, because if he thinks...
Oh yeah, I was just going to say, if he thinks that he could put us on that planet with the chest-bursting aliens,
that's right.
That's another thing coming.
He would be too smart to consider putting the expendable people such as us out of this ship on the Jackdaw to fly to it to retrieve it, because of course he's not that smart. Where's that bloody coughing coming from?
And you look over, and sitting on the bed, there's a person sitting on the bed in the room with you.
Oh.
And it's me, actually. It's Alex.
Oh. Hello. What's your name?
Alex.
That security camera doesn't work. It hasn't worked in years.
How do you know that?
Well, because I've been grinding and making sharp bits, for my own plan to escape. But rarely did they ever open that door, and when they did just now, and they threw you 2 in, I didn't even have a chance to get my sharp bits out.
Say what's your name, friend?
I'm Alex. What's your name? And he holds out a hand.
The name's Brer Merriweather, and I shake his hand heartily. And this is my best friend, Dreads.
Oh, nice to meet you, Dreads. And Brad?
No, Merriweather. E.L. Merriweather.
Oh, it sounded like you said Brad Merriweather.
Nope, Merriweather.
That's what I heard too.
No.
Well, yeah, no, you know what? You guys must know. I've been here so long. It's very cold in space, but you guys must know something pretty important if Captain Short's keeping you.
Yes, and you must know something pretty important as well. Why are you here?
I wish I did. I wish I did know something important, but I don't. You see, he's just keeping me alive to torture me. You see, yeah. I ran off with his girl, and he killed his girl when I ran off with her, and then now he just keeps me in here in this cell. I've been in here for probably 10 years, just wasting away. And every now and then a pebble comes through that hole, and I eat it. And
every time someone likes the Facebook video, everyone likes the YouTube video.
So I just hear clapping, and then something comes through that hole. You know, it's pretty wild. But hey, you know, I'm with you guys. If we're gonna escape, maybe with the three of us, we can actually do this.
Why don't you show me your chopped bits that you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. And he turns around and he pulls open the bedspread, and there's everything from little pieces all the way up to large pieces. It's almost like looking at a knife kit. You've got all different sizes, or a screwdriver set, all different sizes and shapes of sharp bits.
Okay.
And you almost think you could use some of these as a screwdriver.
Maybe I could use some of these. What are you thinking, EL?
Well, I think perhaps the three of us are expendable enough by this captain. If we can get an audience with him and convince him to send us down to the planet alone on the Jackdaw, we might be able to make an escape. I'm not going to tell you my plan around, but I think we're going to need one more. Maybe someone else from another part of the ship that's expendable. Someone who also wants to get out of here. Someone who's good with navigation. This one doesn't look too good. You're the pilot. I'm the leader. And I don't know who else we're going to need, but at least one more, I think. What do you think, Dreads?
Well, yeah, I mean, not to interject. I mean, it's a very, very small room, and I'd love to just sit back here and not listen to your conversation. But, you know, I was the ship's navigator before I decided to leave with Captain Short's Mrs. Short, who also wasn't very short, and he might have.
Fair enough. But when we were passing through the mess hall, do you remember passing through the mess hall, Dreads?
Of this ship?
Yeah, when they were leading us here.
When they were leading us back. I was going to say on the way in, we were knocked out.
Yes.
No, passing the mess hall, I remember the smell of something that was sweet and a little salty too. Maybe they were using some cumin in there, which I know is a rarity in this part of the galaxy.
No, Dreads. Do you remember the chef? He was that tall, green-looking fellow with the big black eyes.
Oh, I never forget a chef when I see one. A Gargorian.
Yes, I swear that when we passed him, he gave us a sympathetic look. He's just tall enough and maybe just passionate enough, and with those long, spindly arms, he could reach. Do you remember on the planet that would be? I think he could come in handy.
Are you talking about Bilbo? Bilbo Spock?
Yeah.
Don't tell me. You mean very tall, lanky, green? He's wearing a black sort of a wizard robe.
Yes,
that's right. Yes.
Kind of talks like this.
I did not hear him speak.
Didn't hear his voice.
There's a good chance he speaks like that.
That's got to be Mr. Spock. That's Bilbo Spock. So 1 XP to that player. that
Bilbo Spock, the chef.
Well,
we need to get him out of here.
He's got big, grippy fingers. They're like suction pucks on his fingers, and he's got this big round belly that pokes out of his wizard shirt.
That's right. He's a Gorgon, so we know what they look like.
You know, I miss him. You guys are bringing back such good memories of when I got along with everybody on the ship, that cruel captain.
Now listen, I know that there's no way he killed the entire Jackdaw crew, and we have one last friend that I'm hoping is still alive. He's about 2 feet tall, a very pudgy little fellow, grey skin. He used to go inside the cabinets and clean the pipes. He was on his hands and knees all day. He had a really high-pitched voice. Do you have any idea if he's still alive?
That's Boatswain Shane Wayne.
Yes, Boatswain. Boatswain, is he still alive?
That's right, Boatswain. He's still alive?
I'm asking you!
I don't know. I've been locked in here for 10 years.
We need to find... And I run to the door and I look through the porthole. We need to find Boatswain. No one else can get the polish on my shoes right.
And at that very moment, you hear lots of laughing and clapping. And the little trap door at the top corner of the cell opens, and a little package of food. It's a compressed food chunk. It's this big, and it looks like well, honestly, it looks like one of those fucking things a hamster would eat. You know what I'm talking about?
What is a hamster?
Yeah, little nugget.
Yeah, I'm talking in meta.
Who?
Meta.
Meta? Who?
Meta.
All I want to know is... Wait, and I run to the doors and I hear the clapping, and I hear the clapping as it comes from above, and it sounds like they're like making something dance. I hear a little like put, and I listen. I go, no, they're making Boatswain dance. Dreads, come listen.
Oh,
Boatswain's dancing?
He doesn't like to dance.
They're using him as a toy just because he's got long pointy ears and greyish skin and big droopy eyes.
A toy?
How could they do that to Boatswain?
Did you guys want any of this before I finish it? It's quite delicious.
No, it's all good. Listen, Dreads, I think we need that Gorgon, and we need Boatswain, and I guess if this Alex wants to come along, we can. The 5 of us make enough crew to pilot the Jackdaw. If we can convince the captain to let us down to whatever planet we said it was. What was it again?
Was it something 7?
Yes.
Omicron 74.
No, it was something else.
Death Ray something.
No, let's call it Slight Steled 7. If we can get this crew of 5, and I pulled Dreads aside and I put my hand behind him. Now listen, Dreads. We need at least 5 to pilot that Jackdaw. That's why I was hoping that Gorgon would help us. And Boatswain being small, he can just clear the pipes for us. He could get right into the gully of that ship, of the Jackdaw. With the 5 of us, we can pilot down to Slight Steled 7 and maybe make our escape.
You're talking about Boatswain still?
Yes,
he's... You know, his mother, his father was English, but his mother was from Spain.
Right.
You know, back on Earth.
Thank you, Alex. That's very useful.
Very helpful.
Yeah, no problem.
Wait, his mother was English, but his father was from Spain?
It was the other way around, but his father was English, his mother was
English.
from Spain. Yeah.
That is good to know. Perhaps we can use that for our advantage. But I have an idea.
Yes.
You know how I've been dabbling in some of the darker arts of
Hoodoo?
Jamaican. That's right, voodoo.
Hoodoo.
You do.
Do what?
You remind me of someone who we met earlier tonight.
Yeah.
You say we need a plan to get out of here.
Yes.
Well, I may just have the thing. And I hold up my little predator skull shrunken head. And I say, do you know who touched this?
Yes, you're right.
Peter grabbed this from me when he checked my pockets. Perhaps I could work a little bit of this magic, which doesn't always work. But I will try it anyway, because, let's be honest here, we may be out of other options.
Dreads, that's a brilliant idea. You can use your transfiguration to look exactly like Peter, because he touched that.
So
exactly.
And Alex turns around and he's fiddling in the corner. He's like, I'm almost done this. One more piece. I think this one's got the right size.
Yes, good for you, boy. Listen, I'll call in Peter, and I'll grab him, and all you need to do is leave as Peter. Oh, wait a minute. That would make sense.
And Alex scooches between you while you two are talking, and he starts fiddling at the door.
No, it's...
I have a way Now, the transmogrification could work too.
Yes.
And then he
we
kind of
need
goes
Peter.
back in between you, and he's filing over here.
We may need to get him down here to begin with. So,
Right.
I can lure him down with a tempting whisper.
Right. Or
Watch this.
I could just
And
cry.
then he sneaks back between you. He starts fiddling at the door again.
And I'll pretend to throw up, and then you do your whisper, and then between the two of us, we could do a fake fight, and then when he comes in to try to break us up,
Okay,
He scoots back between you again. He starts filing over here.
good plan. So, you do the barfing, pretend to be sick. I'll
but
do
all
that.
of this starts as soon as we get out of
And
this
then
dreaded cell.
He sneaks between you, and then you hear more jiggling at the door.
I know. You throw a punch at me, and then I'll throw a punch at you, and they'll see it on the camera. Go
And then
ahead.
suddenly you
Yeah.
hear more cheering and clapping outside. There it is! And you see the little door chute open, and he goes, "Now!" And Alex, with the flick of a wrist, the door to the cell opens up. Quick, through now!
Were you hitting? Oh,
And he jumps through the doorway.
and we do too, I guess. We're like, fair enough.
So we don't need that plan after all. I'll just put this away.
No. Now that we're out, I think the transfiguration morphigation would work beautifully. Is there a closet nearby, Alex?
There's not, and in fact, right now we're almost like in an in-between. We're in a space that's between two doors.
Oh.
So we're not quite out,
Space.
but we're not in the cell any longer.
Like a little hallway or perhaps
Between
a
two train cars.
pressurization chamber.
Now, hopefully they don't depressurize the ship while we're in here, because that would be pretty bad. But I do have some of the codes, and he turns, and there's a port, a computer there sitting against the wall, and he's able to pull up a map of the ship, which I will share with you right now on the screen,
Ooh.
and I will send into the
Discord.
Discord.
Discourse?
Map
Discord.
of the...
That is the map of the ship. Very cool. So where are we? We are in the
Holding cell. I
holding
see.
cell.
The mess hall's just outside this.
All right. Can we hear anything through the door? I guess we wouldn't be able to hear anything if it's an depressurization chamber.
Now, I'm happy, going meta right now for a second, to say that this is credit to Miska Fredman for his map, who's not part of the stream, but perhaps if he watches this video and sees that I have credited him with the map, he will become part of the stream.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miska.
Thank you, Miska.
Yeah.
All right. And I look at the map too and I say, all right, if we can get across the mess hall to the reactor core, I guarantee no one's in there. I think you need to transfigure morph into Peter to unlock all of the ship or create a diversion of some sort. Where do you think they're holding the jackdaw? Oh, in the cargo bay.
Now, I just can't quite get this door unlocked, and I have to say, once I do, we're gonna be pretty open to the mess hall where, and he stands up and looks out the window. It seems everybody's there. Even
All right. Dreads, you know what you
Bobo.
need to do.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Shaman, voodoo, magic, predator head. It is me, the man who you faced long time ago.
Okay.
Time
Do a
for
roll.
you to do your magic, predator cloaking, transformogrification person. All right, so I'll do intelligence, I guess.
Just do like disguise
and
roll.
roll 2d6 for your extra flair there.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Danny Glover, in the name of Danny Glover. Let
Nice.
me be
I hope you
Peter.
succeed.
I got a 2, and I have a 4 for intelligence.
Oh, it comes to life. What do you want, you dreads? I can't believe it, dreads. Oh my God, you're still alive.
I hate to sing it. It always makes me uncomfortable.
It's just the way he speaks. Little predator head, I need your magic, your voodoo powers.
What will you have me do?
In exchange for one of your dreadlocks, you please turn me into Peter, the man who touched you before me.
Oh, Peter, the man who touched me before you. Okay, but only for 1 hour.
That's plenty of time.
Will feel the magic begin now.
And I grab Alex, and I say, "We need to act as prisoners." And I bash Alex over the head.
Oh, ow! Oh,
And I hold him, and I toss him on the changing dread into Peter, and I put my hands behind my neck, and I look hurt.
And I slowly transform. My face becomes whiter and my throat becomes quieter. And then everything about me is Peter, the man from before. And as I hold on to the predator head, shrunken head, one of his dreadlocks falls away. And it is the cost that I pay for using this magic.
wow, very cool, very cool.
As the doors
So-
open.
Oh, you got the doors.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, it's a.
I'll
it's
give it
a
to you.
Hand. It's
What are you
a
gonna do? We're gonna
hand recognition.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Peter has
And
the
I-
hand.
I put the hand right on the scanner.
That's right. Recognizing. Oh, welcome back, Alex. Long time no talk. Says the computer. But Alex is passed out right now.
And Peter is mute, isn't he?
That's
Peter
right.
is mute.
It's
Yes.
gonna be interesting.
So the doors open, and there, in the mess hall,
and Alex is knocked out, like being carried,
Alex
and I'm
is
like,
knocked out, and you're carrying him. Who's carrying him?
no, Peter, like he's sort of slumped over Peter's shoulder,
Yeah,
and
okay,
I'm
okay.
like got my hands behind my back. As
Okay.
I realize, I'm like, wait a minute, Peter was mute, and then the doors open.
And so there stand you, E.L. Merriweather, and Dreads, who looks like Peter, and he's a mute, and me thrown over your shoulder, and you're hoping that I'll pass as Dreads. And so before you is a large horsing around group of bandits and swashbucklers, and they're climbing all over the table, and it's like exactly a scene you'd see in the old swashbuckler's life, but it's just in the future. They're clamoring over each other. People are scarfing down food and booze, and there's money on the table, there's gambling going on, and there's all sorts of commotion. And across the room there stands your Bilbo Spock. He's tall with he's a big, tall, lanky, green skin, almost looks like a frog with pointy ears, and his belly's hanging out, and he's got a black cloak on, and he turns
Everything
to
stops.
you, Dread, and he says,
Hey, Peter, what are you doing? You want something to eat? Well, come on, bring your friends. Who you've got there with you?
And I'm like,
Oh, the prisoners. What the hell are you doing taking them out? Well, come on down. Come on over.
and
we're like
so
hopping along together, like.
you go over to the other end, and he's got his little corner kitchen thing, and you're kind of tucked away in the corner, away from all the hullabaloo over there. And he turns and says,
Now, what do you feel like there, Peter? Give me a 1 if you want your regular, or give me a 2 if you want something new, and give me a 3 if you want to feed your friends something new as well.
And I look back at the other two, kind of uncertain.
And I'm just
Nor
like,
a 4 if you want to give them your regular. Well, he doesn't speak. You guys, what do you want? what's this buddy over here? Oh, you want a number 2, eh? Just your regular. Something. I can't remember what my numbers were anymore. I think a number 2 is something new. That's right, it's something new. Well, here, let me get to something new. He starts rifling through this pot, and out, he pulls out a bowl and says, "Are you ready for something new?" And
you sound so much like that Muppet who has the band. You know the Muppet who does the band thing? Dr. Funk or something?
Hey, it's me, Dr. Funk.
Yeah, so much like him.
Let's make some music.
Yeah.
Hey, playing the piano.
Fuck.
That was pretty good. In a bowl, there's like tentacles hanging out of it, and it's like this phlegmy liquid that's like mucusy.
Phlegmy
to the touch, yeah. And he puts a spoon in it, a futuristic spoon, and it's actually just like a square spoon. And he puts it in, and it sticks. It sticks like basically like a bowl of mucus with tentacles in it.
Well, here's something new. What do you think? Would you like one for your friend, or you're gonna share it?
And I'm just like nervously look up to Dreads as Peter.
Well, come on, Peter. I know you love to eat my food. Even when I give you something new, you never complain. You never say nothing about it. So, come on. Try it.
Dreads is conflicted because he's a chef himself. I mean, he knows culinary art, and this is not art. This is just a bunch of shit in a cauldron. It's not cumin at all.
Or no so it looks. Here. Why don't you roll? Why don't you roll for it? Let's see. Let's see.
What am I rolling? Intelligence? Am I rolling charm or?
What have you got? Have you got anything to do with cooking?
Culinary.
Culinary. I must have done the skills wrong. I would have culinary though.
Yeah, that you just anything that you don't have written down, you automatically have whatever the lowest was. I think 2 or something.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. All right, I'll just roll, and I'm going to stir the square spoon around through the mucus and lift up a glob and let it slap back down. And I swear I see one of the tentacles move. I try to inspect it further.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So why don't you roll a second one for that?
Oh, 2 1s.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. So as you scoop and flop, you realize that although the presentation isn't nice, there is some developed viscousness to this liquid. There is something really has been conveyed over time. What you're about to taste here, so your perception kind of changes slightly for Bilbo Spock. Maybe he's not such a bad chef after all. And when, of course, you do taste it, there are those flavors, and you are struck with how wonderful it tastes. So why don't you give me one more roll, just a 1 die, and I want to see if you're gonna fail. And if you exclaim, if you make any sort of comment.
Totally.
Wow!
What? Peter! I can't believe you said that! I'm flattered. You've broken your silence for me. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to tell the captain. Well, come on with me. Come on with me, Peter. We'll go down, and I know how much you adore the captain. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. Don't tell him that.
No. He said he was going to take us to the bathroom, and I've been waiting here patiently to piss myself. Can we please stop this charade?
I'm gonna smack EL on the back of the head. Like,
Peter,
I gesture like.
He's saying he has to take us to the bathroom. Now, would you please kindly let us go?
Well, Peter, you never told me that your friends, your prisoner. I know. You never told me that your prisoner had to take a pee.
Well, I'm about to burst and...
So, he takes you, actually. He goes with you, because where his kitchen is, it's kind of in the next room anyways. He takes you into the crew quarters, and there's a bathroom. So he starts...
Well, I didn't even see you come in. What's your name?
He turns to you, EL.
I'm the goddamn prisoner. He's escorting us to the bathroom, and then he's to take us to the armory to unload our possessions. Did you not speak to the captain?
And Bilbo's kind of stuttering now. You're making him feel kind of stupid.
Well, it's not purposeful, you pilfering punks, you
Wait, so it's
pickled...
Is Bilbo...
Bilbo's
are we alone now in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the 4 of us now in the crew quarters. Everybody else is in the mess hall or elsewhere.
Okay. And I turn to EL, and I give him a knowing look, like, now's our chance to.
And I'm still just like
Bilbo.
saying whatever I need to, just like running onto it.
Hey, hey.
Painted, pedantic, petrified, pickled.
Jeez, Peter. I don't know what you're doing, but you should probably get these prisoners back to the holding cell because this one's quite rude to me.
You penis breath pie wagon, filthy pig, pin-headed pinprick,
This is
porky
enough of
poser,
this.
you punk ass little. Oh,
Hey, all right. So, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding, but I'm glad we are here able to talk to you. First off, I would just like to say how much I truly enjoyed your tentacle. What would you call it? Was it was it a soup, a stew?
It was actually a flume.
A flume,
That's-
of course.
That's what they call it. It's a mucusy stew. It's a flume.
I have always been afraid of trying a flume, but hey, you are a better chef than I am, it seems.
You're also a chef. Peter, I didn't know nothing about you.
he's not
All
Peter, you
right.
buffoon. He's. Oh,
It's
mean,
all right. It's all
You're not
right.
Peter.
I have not been honest with you. While your food is delicious, I am actually one of the prisoners, and I'm not supposed to be here. But the reason we are here speaking with you, and I look around to see if I see any cameras. No.
No.
No. All right.
does Bilbo seem like he's buying this?
It'd be unethical to have cameras in the crew quarters.
That's right. They need their privacy.
There you go.
There's he's kind of shocked. He's kind of shocked. He's not running for to tell the captain, but he's not exactly bought in yet.
He's a Gregorian. They've seen much weirder things than this. If
No,
he
he's
was
not.
a
You mean a Gorgon? He's not a Gorgon.
Gregorian.
Gregorian.
Oh,
What's
Yeah.
a Gregorian again?
wait.
He's
They're
an
not
alien,
the-
right? He's the green.
Is this the green dude we want to bring with us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was one of the Peter bad guys. Never mind. I forgot his. I didn't write. I wrote down Boatswain, but I didn't write his name. Oh, right, Bilbo Spock. Fuck. I didn't mean
attitude
to.
changes
I
completely.
totally do. I like melt away. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Bilbo. I was only trying to be. I was very confused
Well,
for a
you're
while.
trying
there.
to be a tough guy is what you're doing.
And I failed miserably.
You were starting to hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, and I throw my arms around him to hug him, and I say, you're wire
Big
thin.
eyes.
Well, except for this little belly.
Well, it's beautiful. I love the Gregorians. They're one of my favorite people. I grew up on Gregor for a time, between 12 and 13, in my later life, when I was much older. I think I was 13,000. Either way, so nice to see you. And I hold him tight. I say, oh, God.
Wow. Well, it's nice to meet you too. It's nice to meet people that are friendly and
Yes.
and that compliment me on my food instead
I-
of just throwing it on the ground.
I was so wrong. I am so sorry. My name is E.L. Merriweather. E.L. Merriweather is my name, and I'm here with my good friend Dreads, and I'm so sorry I was confused for a long
Sounded
time.
like you said Brad for a
No,
minute
and
there.
I didn't. And I looked down, and Alex is like crumbled on the floor, and I'm like, oh, and I put him on. And this is Alex. He's passed out a little bit right now.
What? Bilbo?
Oh, Alex? What the hell are you doing here?
I've been locked in this holding cell for 10 years because of that little incident with Captain Short and his wife. And it wasn't even, there's nothing there. It wasn't even, it was just a misunderstanding.
I know exactly how the captain could be. You say one wrong thing, and off he goes. In fact, you guys must be here for some pretty good reason. Otherwise, he wouldn't have kept you alive. You realize we just took over a ship, and he sliced and diced everybody up.
Listen,
took
Bilbo,
everybody's
that's
head off.
almost everyone. Listen, that's where we're from. We're the captains of that ship, the Jackdaw.
Yeah. Well, what do you have that he's looking for?
Listen. All will be revealed in time, but we're getting off this rock. And when we were walking by the mess hall, we looked at you and we thought, yes, there's a man who can get things done. And while Dreads is an accomplished chef, he's an even better pilot, which means we'll need a chef.
Oh, I'm your man. You can count on me. I'll tell you what, but I don't know how you're going to do it because this ship is just crawling with pirates.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I'm probably the nicest one here.
Well, we only need one more person, and then we're good to go. There's our friend Boatswain. Have you seen him? He's about 2 feet tall. He's got grey skin, pointy ears. He's very bulby. High-pitched voice.
You can bring Boatswain, but you do know that his father's English and his mother's from Spain, right?
Yes, I've heard that a few times.
That's very important. I'm going to write that down.
It means that, well, Boatswain, although he's not exactly a fan of the captain, he's also evil, mean, dumb, corrupt, and flatulent. He shits all over the deck.
Boatswain? No, you must be confused. Boatswain was on the Jackdaw. He was one of the only people that survived. I could hear him clapping and dancing through the holes. He's just a little guy, very friendly.
You're talking about Boatswain Shane Wayne, right?
Well, maybe.
His father's English. His mother's from Spain.
He could be. I never quite asked him. Listen, he was the one on the Jackdaw. We would put him into the torpedo tubes because he was tiny. He's just a little. He's a. What species is he? He's what is he again? Dreads?
Plethonian.
A what?
A Plethonian.
Yeah,
Plethonian.
yes. Just a little grey
That's
Plethonian,
right.
high-pitched voice. He's just a youngling. He fits right in the torpedo tubes.
But you have to understand the thing about Plethonians is they're inherently evil, mean, dumb, and corrupt. And Boatswain Shane Wayne is flatulent. Now, listen here, Bilbo. I like you a lot, but I've known Boatswain for a number of years now. I like you too.
He was on the Jackdaw for 5.
EL.
EL. He was on the Jackdaw for 5 years as my steward. Now we did gag him, didn't we? I forgot about that. He was gagged, so we did have sort of a
at one point.
At one point, but listen, he was perfectly fine. He was a Plethonian, and I tell you, he shined my shoes better than anyone else. We got him into the torpedo tubes. He would clean the toilets. Maybe did we have him as a slave?
That was from. Maybe that was just the way that you tempted him, but either way, I mean, we could certainly ask him.
I know Plethonians are famous to have 2 personalities, either their father or their mother. Maybe we've had 5 years of the father. But listen, all I'm going to say is that I would like Boatswain on our crew. Dreads, you liked him, didn't you?
Oh, I loved Boatswain.
With his high-pitched voice. Remember how he used to talk like this? And we would put him... Remember when we put him between the airlocks and I would pretend to unleash it and I would say, oh, boat,
and you would say, oh, I'm pressing the button.
And he would scream and scream.
Yeah. Oh, good times. Oh, makes me feel warm.
Very warm.
And fuzzy.
And he survived.
What's the plan from here, guys?
Oh!
Alex sits up and says.
Right.
Oh, Alex, I forgot you are here.
Well, you still look like Peter.
Sharpened bits and stuff.
No, it's fine. He still looks like Peter, and now that we have Bilbo on our side, I think we have an audience with a captain.
Well, absolutely. And you know what they say about an audience? It'll be a good show.
Well, that's absolutely right. Now, I'm all for going in there and just making it up as we go. But what would the point be in doing a direct audience with the captain? What are you thinking, EL?
Now listen, now that it's just the 4 of us and we can all trust each other despite only meeting Bilbo and myself insulting him, I think we can reveal part of the plan. They're looking for a map. that we have stashed away. Now, we're not going to tell you where we've stashed it, but...
Oh, you have the map.
Now...
Well, why don't we do this first? Why don't we get Boatswain in here and we can explain the whole thing?
No. Listen, here's the plan. If the four of us can get in front of the captain of this ship, the Harlan's Dream, whatever stupid name that is, I can convince him to let us go seek out the map, because he doesn't know where it is. And I'm going to tell him that the map is on Slight Steld 7. And, Dreads and I know exactly what kind of planet that is, and it should give us a reason to take the Jackdaw and a crew and head down there and maybe escape. Undoubtedly, the Harlan's Dream will follow us. They'll want to protect their investment, so to speak. But there's a little trick to the planet that I think will make it quite easy for us to, should we say, disappear?
The disappearing machine.
Well, don't reveal. That's...
Sorry.
We'll say that after. But listen, all we need to do is go in front of the captain and tell him we can get his map, and that he needs to give us the Jackdaw and a crew to pilot out and get it for him.
Why would he let you guys just do that? He might just think we're gonna leave, you know, if he just gives you your ship back. And
well,
Alex, why wouldn't he have done that from the get-go?
All he has to do is put a tracker on the ship, and then he knows exactly where we are. Clearly, this ship is faster anyway, so he could just follow us. There's ways we can explain it so that it would make sense to him.
You know, that's not a bad idea, but knowing Captain Short, he might just try and torture it out of you. I don't know. You think you might want to have a backup plan just in case he says no. What are you gonna do if he says no?
Well, he'll never get the map then, I suppose. Right, that's a good point.
Unless he tortures you and pulls out your tongue, and you know, cuts off your wiener and then puts hot spikes into your eyes and then puts your head into a vice and starts twisting it, and then puts more hot spikes into your nose, and then starts pulling out all of your chest hairs one by one.
All right.
And then what if he also?
I think we get the picture. I think that there's also something that we all can agree on, that we need to find Boatswain. And once we do that, then we'll have a way.
Boatswain's an engineer, so we could even go through the engineer passageway and go up and see him in engineering. But for us to do that, we either got to go back up through the mess hall, and then back through the reactor core and down into engineering, or we can make our way through the main drive. But that's a bit risky because there's a lot of electricity that goes through there, and you never know what you're gonna get.
All right. Let's think for a second. Now, if we can get to the communications hub, I can contact Erin. Perhaps she could come by and be leverage of a sort. Oh, no, wait a minute. She's on the other side of the galaxy right now.
Who's Erin? Yeah.
Friend of ours. Listen, Dreads, I'm thinking maybe we need to leave some sort of leverage of sort. And I kind of nod to Alex. Someone behind so that they'll know we'll come back. I mean, he's already tortured the guy to within an inch of his sanity.
What sort of room is this, anyways? And he's wandering around looking into people's beds and their personal belongings, kind of going through stuff.
I do.
Do you know that
they'd go for something like that?
He opens up like a bag and out pulls a.
Or equally, we could have. But I'm just picturing that kid from Home Alone where he's going through the stuff in the bags, right? Perhaps we could have his captain's most trusted first mate come with us as a bit of insurance policy. Remember that big, tall 8-foot man above us?
That was the captain, no?
Right. Well, maybe...
But I do remember his purple friend who was quiet in the corner and said nothing. But perhaps he's just a custodian.
Did you say the purple thing?
I did. I said a purple man with... It seemed like a man. Could have been a woman. I do not know. He's an alien and he had green spots all along the top of his head.
That's the billy crub.
Oh,
Billy
yes.
Crab.
I hate billy crabs. They're just the worst and meanest creatures. They don't speak a lick of common either. I can't understand a fucking thing.
Well, they don't. And even in my tongue is not that good. Excuse me.
Vile creatures. I swear it was almost 2 years ago. I swear I helped a planet overthrow their billy crab infestation. Never liked them since.
Hey,
Well,
roll something there, Harlan. Just give me a roll of a
Intelligence.
1. It's gonna be your perception.
Easiest. I failed. I hear
Justin?
nothing.
All right, I roll 1d6. I throw that. I fail. I got a 5.
All right. Well,
Oh, what do you say we go and find Boatswain? We're gonna have to figure out which way to go, mind you. There's a small access tunnel that's probably only big enough for well, either one of you two or him over there.
and he points to me, Alex.
Now, mind you, it's kind of dangerous because there's a lot of electricity that runs through there, but it's either that or we go up back to the mess hall and we get Boatswain that way. But again, you guys are prisoners and you're not really looking very fitting in.
Boatswain would be so... Well, let's change that. And I walk over to the crew quarters and I start opening some of the things and I start pulling out clothes. First and foremost.
It's not that you. I mean, you're pirates, so you look like pirates, but you don't look like.
I just wanted to
Pirates.
use the crew quarters to our bit. I put a
All
big bulky hat and an eye patch on, and I
Yeah,
sort of
so-
like, you know, like Robin Williams in Hook when he's like
In Hook,
Yeah.
pretending to, yeah. So it's just like big, like bulky type stuff, and like,
Yeah.
I think maybe we should go back into the mess hall because Boatswain, I think, was dancing on the table, and all we have to do is pretend we're pirates, and we can sink right in, perhaps.
Well, it might work. We could certainly try it. So, let's do that. I guess.
So,
Well, what would you have me do?
and what would you like me to do? I mean, I'm supposed to be in the prison cell right now, but hey, I pulled up a map of the ship, and once we get to the navigation, the bridge, I can, I can find our way out of here. In fact, I could probably navigate us to the SidSat 7.
You mean from the
Whatever it is.
Jackdaw? Oh, you want to take
That's
this
right.
ship?
Well, no. You see, when you guys came aboard, I did happen to see that they did connect a big, long cable, one of those big, strong ones that are meant for hauling other ships. They connected it to the ship that you guys came off of, and they're dragging it behind this ship.
That's right. I heard that too. After you guys came on board, there was the big thud like you were dragging something.
Bless you.
Can we-
Trent.
Can we walk across this like a hallway, or do we have to go out into space to get to the ship that they're dragging?
Oh, it's definitely not a hallway.
Yeah, you'd have to go outside of the ship in order
All right.
to, reach the other ship that it's
First
being
things
dragged.
first, Dreads.
Basically like a giant
Yeah.
hitch.
What is it?
Hand us your strongest sleeping potion.
They confiscated. Oh, where would they keep all of our things that they confiscated? Because they took our weapons.
The armory.
Well, I mean, if
Armory.
if they decided to take your weapons, they would have taken it to the armory. Yeah, which is
If we can-
right.
If we can get Bilbo some of your sleeping potion, he
Here.
can feed it to the crew, and like that. Oh wait, hold on. Sweaty fingers.
What are you
like
trying?
that.
I understand now.
Hey, that was pretty good.
and
Right.
and Bilbo tries to do it, and his fingers suction cup together.
I think this hole is big enough for Dread and I to climb through. Why don't you and I try to sneak our way around to the armory? You two wait here, and when we come back, we'll give you the sleeping powder so you can put these bastards to rest.
Well, that sounds pretty good because, they're kind of mean to me a lot because of my big head and my big
perfect.
belly.
And ultimately, I don't need to wear this then, because pink is not my color. Let's go, Dreads, and I start climbing through the tiny little passage towards the main drive.
I'll
We'll
just
see
wait
you
here
guys
with
later.
Bilbo then, and Alex waits back with Bilbo.
Enjoy. We'll be back soon.
And so roll me a... okay, no, tell me what you're doing.
So we're climbing through the small passage from the crew quarters to the main drive. We're going to sneak past engineering, crawl through the hyperdrive, past the hallway to the reactor core, into the armory to get back our stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, and it's going to be like a little bit of gambling. If you hit those numbers, you could get electrocuted. So you're going to roll a d20.
Okay.
Each of you.
So just
Let's
random
hope you
chance.
didn't.
What were the
Let's hope
numbers?
you don't hit 3, 5, 7, 9.
8!
Excellent.
6.
Nice!
Excellent. Good job,
Probably
guys.
Whoa! Alright.
So as you come out, you're looking at the map. There's like this big generator as you exit the first little hallway, and it's like, and you manage to scoot under it.
And as we're going
as
through,
you-
I'm just kind of like, God, Dreads, don't you miss the jackdaw? The beautiful, pristine hallways covered in dirt. Oh, your kitchen, the smell of cumin wafting through
And
the
as you're
halls.
and as you're walking through, yeah, you do. You hear that almost.
Hey, did I just make that sound, or was that
I think it-
something else making a humming noise?
The main drive. It's just the sound of the reactor core and the main drive
Listen!
together.
Do you smell that? It smells like burning electricity. And I pop through to the other side and tumble into the main area of the main drive.
So perfect. And then you get a good view of the engineering room, which is up a little bit. It's like an upper area. And up there you see someone jumping around and smacking things with a wrench. And you hear hoya, hoya, ting, ting, hoya, hoya, ting, 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 dong, 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 ting, ting.
Alright, Dread,
And you can
what do
see
you have
there's,
on
like,
you?
Electrical beams.
And we're crouched behind sort of a panel, sort of seeing the guy jump up, and I help Dread down. We've been in a sticky situation. We've been here before. What do you have on you?
All I have is my truck.
You working? You son of a bitch! You little squirrely
I'm gonna cut my ears so I can hear exactly what you're saying.
That's a good idea. All I have is my shrunken head, which I've already used. I have to wait for the first spell to wear off before I can use a second.
Right.
You
and I have
son of a bitch!
this,
You
and I'm
little squirrely son of a bitch!
and I'm
There's
not
this
ready
like
to
really
use this just yet.
annoying, high-pitched voice that's screaming into the engineering bay.
And I'm not ready to use this just yet. This is a very powerful artifact.
And you hear like a ratchet.
That's not. Is that Boatswain?
You son of a bitch! Ting,
It sounds a bit like him, but
Do I
there's
recognize the
only one
voice?
way to find out.
You son of a bitch!
And I stand up and I just stand straight up and I look. Is it Boatswain?
Yes, it is.
Boatswain!
Son of a bitch!
And I run across the open thing with open arms and say, Boatswain, come to me!
He, you know, watching you come at him like that, he backs into the corner with a big wrench, and he's holding his wrench up over his head. And he's like,
You get away from me! I swear to God, I will slap you right in the face! I'll kill you! I'll stab you! I'll make you hurt! I'll make you hurt!
Oh my God, you adorable little boy! And I like scoop him up because he's so little, and he's like swinging wildly, like past me. And I'm just like, oh, Boatswain! And I bring him close as he's like trying to hit my back, but like
yeah.
with the
it's not
the way
doing
I
any
picture the way I picture the relationship with Boatswain is that for 5 years he's been trying to kill me and Dreads and like everybody, but he's just never clicked. So it's just like all, and we've just misperceived all of his actions as just sort of like cute little things.
And in that moment, Dreads walks over and he's smiling. He says, "Oh, Boatswain!" And he reaches and grabs the wrench and says, "Oh, you are just about to hit our friend EL with the wrench there. But good thing I caught it in time."
Oh, well, I can't believe you guys found me here. This is ridiculous. I can't get this engine to run cleanly.
So adorable, Boatswain. And I touch his like soft gray skin, which is like really wrinkly. I kind of picture him like a house elf, but like shorter in stature, like more rotund and like dwarven almost, but like with the big ears and the droopy skin, and like it sort of like stretches as we like bring it back. Oh, Boatswain. What are you trying to do? Maybe Dreads can help. He's quite electric.
You bounce him like a baby on
I
your
do.
arms.
My little Boatswain.
What can we help you with, Boatswain? Anything for you?
Well, I don't know if you can. We started pulling this here ship. This other ship is probably your ship. Fucking piece of shit ship. And then all of a sudden the main drive started shutting down, and I gotta get this one plugged in over here, and I gotta get that one rehooked up over there.
You're just pointing all around.
I missed you so much. The entire Jackdaw crew was killed. I am so happy they didn't get you. And I put my arm around Dread, and I'm like, aren't you so happy Boatswain's alive?
I am so happy and touched. But Boatswain, you know, if you want our help, there's only one thing that you can do to make sure it happens.
You have to do it. Boatswain, do it.
Torpedo.
No.
No. You know my favorite song.
Do the
I
song.
want to hear it again. I haven't heard it in so long. I miss the sound of your singing voice, Boatswain.
I can't believe this is happening right now.
Oh, Boatswain,
Just
do the song.
Sing to
Just
us,
do the song,
please.
please.
I
Once.
want to hear it.
One verse. And do the dance with it. Tell him to do the dance with it,
Yes, of course, the dance,
do the dance with it.
Swear to God, one time. How did you guys even get here anyway?
No, wait, let me get comfortable. And I walk over and I like lean on a console and I'm like, okay, go.
Girl, I'm gonna make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry, I'm gonna make you push it, long.
Yes.
Work it, long. Now,
Oh God, Boatswain. So beautiful.
So
Oh God.
beautiful.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I feel good. I need a cigarette. But
I'll tell you what, you guys leave me alone now, okay? Because I gotta get this all hooked back up. But do me a favor, put that plug in up there. I can't reach it. I've been jumping for 3 hours.
What are you doing here, Boatswain? What is this? You're part of the Jackdaw crew. Why are you helping them?
Well, I gotta stay alive somehow. This is the way I do it. And me and my friend Bilbo Spock, we're planning on escaping at some point, but I have to find them and I have to get the motor running first.
And where about Bilbo? He's already joined the crew of the Jackdaw 2, which is what I'm calling it, by the way, Dreads. And we're ready to get out of here. All we need to do is get to the armory to get Dread's special seasonings.
Yeah,
why didn't you
know
say
what
so?
I mean.
If you want to get to
Not
the
bad
armory,
seasoning.
Oh,
the
maybe a
best-
little.
The best way to get to the armory would be to go down through the main drive there, and there's a shaft that goes
Dred.
right to the armory.
Dread,
just
this
so
makes it so much easier. We can just tell him to do it. Boatswain, go get them, and then meet us back in the crew quarters.
Oh,
Well, I'm not
great
doing it
idea,
for you.
Boatswain. You do that, and you
Boatswain's
come
the
on
best.
back, and then you can sing us another song.
Oh my God, yes.
But I'm not doing it for you. No way.
Boatswain,
I've
you're
got
so
things
funny.
to do.
I got your rent. You do it if you want your
You're
rent
such a
back.
goof.
If I go, then you guys are not going to have time to roleplay.
I'm sure Boatswain go. No, we'll stay here and we'll fix the.
I don't even know what's yours. Don't you want to know exactly what's yours? Don't you want to get what's yours?
Boatswain, you're starting to be a real Swain boat, and I know your parents were from Spain and Britain, but you're acting like a real
My father was
French.
from England. My mother was from Spain. Oh, shut
Yes,
the
but
fuck
you're
up.
acting like a real Frenchie. And I push past him and I say, "Fine, Dreads, let's go. Boatswain, you
No, I'm
figure
not
out what
even
you-"
happy you're back.
And he reaches up and he continues to do what he's doing. And he's like,
Tell me when you're dead.
And I lean through the engineering hole towards the hyperdrive, and I look back to Dreads and I say, "Do you know anything about a hyperdrive?"
I
Don't you
know
touch that
lots of-
hyperdrive. I swear to God, I'll kick your fucking
You
ass.
quiet over there, and I throw a shoe at him, which was just sitting on a console.
Do I know things about hyperdrive? Do you know things about ancient compasses?
Yes, I do.
But that's your answer.
Oh, Dreads, you just gave me a chill.
I think I might know some things. What specifically do you need to know? What are we looking at here?
I bend down and I look through and I see a purple arc shooting past the entrance. Do purple arcs mean good things or bad things?
That depends on what you're trying to do. Now, is this hyperdrive we are talking about?
Hyperactive hyperdrive.
A hyperactive hyperdrive requires a blue arc, not a purple one.
Ah.
You're saying you're seeing purple, and I bend down and look through too.
Well, I don't... I think I might be colorblind, to be honest. I didn't want to... And I stand back up and I say, Dreads, I've had a terrible time with this. You know how difficult it was to try to explain that I thought this jacket was green? People were very, very mean to me, and I wanted to find a moment to tell you. I was going to tell you tonight over dinner on the Jackdaw, but we woke up on this ship, so there it is. I'm colorblind.
My goodness. We've been traveling together for 7 years.
Yes.
You did such a good job of hiding it. But I mean, you don't need to hide it anymore. You know I'm here for you, no matter what your vision is like.
You've always been there for me, Dreads. You are the closest thing I've had to a friend since Theric lost his arms. Or, I mean, since I had friends that didn't make a long time ago. And I am so happy I met you.
Well,
and I hug
I am
you.
happy. Oh, yes, bring in the love. Oh, squeeze that out. Oh, hey.
Dreads, I can trust you more than I've ever trusted anyone, and I am going to tell you my real name and where I come from soon. But for now, let's get your sleep pills. You first.
All right, we go through the hyperdrive. It seems dangerous to me, but if there's anyone who can do it, it's the two of us.
Yes, it is.
All right, I take the lead. Here we go, going into the hyperdrive, which is arcing blue lights across quickly and dangerously.
So you guys decided to go through the hyperdrive room instead of through the tunnel below the hyperdrive room.
All right.
Which is fine.
That tunnel, that dotted line, that's what I thought
Yeah.
was a thing. Well, you know, all that.
That's where you decided to go?
No, we went through the room.
Yeah, yeah. So you go into the hyperdrive room, and why don't you roll me your 2d6, Justin?
2d6. Here we go. I got a 3 and a 4. What am I rolling for?
Oh, okay. So you got hit by the hyperdrive electricity, and you hear squawking and screaming in the next room.
Oh, somebody fucked up the hyperdrive again. Oh my god, I told them not to fucking touch it.
and yeah, your
Dreads,
face
are you okay?
your face goes completely numb. So now everything you say for the next... Oh, we're at mid-game post.
Yep. I was just
As soon
going
as
to
we
do it
come-
after this act break.
As soon as we come back, you're going to talk numb for 10 minutes.
And we are time for the mid-game post! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time where we stop the action. We jump over to the Discord chat, and we ask you a series of questions that Alex has made up. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Ooh. How's
All
everybody
of
doing
those-
tonight? I'm going to get a beer.
Beer!
Yeah.
Beer can. Cool. So Harlan's getting a beer. We're going to do the mid-game post. Alex is coming up with a question.
That's right. I am coming up with a question. And
Is
that
that
question is going to be... who remembers
I've chosen an appropriate
how big...
pirate beer.
Like-
Oh.
What I used to describe how big the captain's hands are.
Big.
Oh, yeah, what did you
How
use?
big were the captain's hands? I said the captain's hands are as big as... And that's...
A bread box. I have a... What is this? An India Ale. Product of England.
India.
Samuel Smith. So this is sort of like not pirate, space pirate, but it's regular pirate-ish.
Regular pirate.
We're going to see what's happening. Oh no! Oh no!
Is it... Oh, boy.
Oh no! That's such a mess.
That's what's happening.
Oh fuck! I'll be right back.
All right.
So for everybody on the Discord, go to the mid-game post underneath Swashbuckler's Life 4. And that's where you're going to put your answer. The captain's hands were as big as... It's rhymes, actually. Do you remember what it was?
The captain's hands were as big as Pamela Anderson's cans. Pamela Anderson. That's a reference, an outdated
That's
reference.
an old one.
That's an old one, Pam? Yeah, I guess so.
Captain's hands were as big as spams.
Spams. Like big Costco spam.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
As
is the
big
size
as...
of captain hands.
Oh, or maybe the captain's hands were as big as yams.
Flan?
Giant yams.
Oh, giant
Flan.
yams or flans. Yam flans.
Yam flans. So are you enjoying this so far? It's not too loosey goosey?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving
Okay.
it. Like even like yeah,
It's
I
loosey
think
goosey.
It is loosey goosey, but I love that. I'm
Woolly Rams.
yeah, I feel good. I feel
Good.
good about.
A little bit of looseness.
Hey, it's a
Hey.
space pirate game. I didn't see that coming.
No, you didn't. I almost emailed you guys today. I was gonna be like, don't dress up for tonight. But then I was like, no, because if they dress up like pirates, it's just gonna make it that much better.
Right?
Oh, I love the surprise.
Me too. That's what's fun. Like I love like surprises. Like maybe not midway through game, but like at the beginning of the game
Yeah.
where you think you're going into one thing and then it's something else completely.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, everybody.
Oh man.
I find that when I watch the video feed of like you guys, I get so distracted. I can't actually focus on the game and I like stop listening. I'm just like watching like facial expressions and just kind of mesmerized by it. I find I can focus way more if I just kind of like zone out in the distance. And that's why at the beginning I kept my eyes closed for so long.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, this is kind of nice. I can just
I think
like,
you're pretending you're a high man.
hi,
Well, that was the first, but certainly not the last time somebody would spill beer on the stream. My God.
not the last.
That was funny. So would it go everywhere?
Everywhere. Now I smell like beer. Now I smell like Alex.
I've got one more for tonight. Let's see. We've got one correct answer, two correct answers. There's a 50-50 chance here, guys.
Let's
It's
do it.
either going to be
Roll it up.
one of you two. All right. Are you guys ready to get back into it?
Already? I already spilled beer over myself. Why don't we do more Kevin Costner impressions?
Do we have two?
Poor carpet. This is not the first time this carpet has had beer spilt on it.
I thought I told you not to play with those crayons. What are you doing? This is not an art project.
What? Oh, this is Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
You're weird.
So
Water World.
yeah.
Water World.
Yeah, it is,
There's water everywhere, guys. This is Water World.
I've
The
spilled
girl,
beer.
the little girl in that is such an overactor.
The only other person that spilled beer on this carpet is Joe. So weird enough, once you and Justin and Chris spill beer on this, then the Invictus stream will have all spilled beer on my carpet.
I feel like I've probably spilled beer on your carpet. It seems
Not
like
this
something
one.
I would do.
You
Not
probably
this one.
spilled
Oh, it's a
wine
new
upstairs.
carpet.
Not in the basement. I'm talking about like literally right here.
I'm gonna pee
Oh,
on
I
you.
see.
I'm gonna pee on the carpet.
In that spot.
Won't be the first time for that either, Alex.
Carpet?
Piss all over my carpet.
Chris is all confused. What glasses? Green wearing guy replaced me. Come to think of it, does anyone know what I look like? Nobody knows what you look like, Chris.
Who does Chris look like? Where's Chris? Is he here?
On
Which Chris?
game night. No, on Facebook, sorry.
Which Chris? Couldn't be. Then who?
All right. That's everybody. There's only two correct answers, Michael and Brianna.
Do
And
it.
Miss Deadly.
What was the
Miss
question?
Deadly.
It's Megan.
Thank you. The captain's hands were as big as.
Oh.
Do you remember, Harlan?
No. I don't listen to you. No, I'm just joking.
So we're gonna roll. It's a 50-50 chance. What if I roll 1d100? 0 to 50 is 1.
It's the same odds, but sure, you do you.
Exactly.
You just like to be cute. 97.
97.
But did you assign which half would be which?
Yeah. So Michael and Brianna were 0 to 50. Megan, you won that.
So Megan won that. Sorry.
At 97, Megan. It was on the bottom half, the bottom end of that.
On the
Megan
bottom.
Dawn.
So Megan Dawn.
Come on down.
That's just not possible sometimes. Okay?
Okay. Don't have your pet spayed or neutered.
That's Bob Barker, not Nicolas Cage.
What?
What?
Nicolas
Couldn't
Cage.
be. Then who?
Then who?
So, do you guys want to jump back into this crazy zany world or what?
Let's just talk about current politics, Yanny or Laurel, and all that.
We did that last week. We talked about.
Did we mention Yanny and Laurel?
I watched one today that was like, is this John or James? And it's written on a piece of paper, and the guy speaks.
I saw that.
He's like,
Penis.
penis. Penis.
Penis. The Battlefield 5 trailer dropped. Did you watch it, Justin?
What? Battlefield 5? No, I did not. Does it look like World War II?
It is World War II. I'm not crazy about it, though. Doesn't look that good.
Really?
There's some things really cool. It looks like you can finally play as women, which is awesome. I don't really care about the authenticity, but it more looks like cartoony almost.
Really?
Yeah, like they're letting you customize your player, but like they have like a dude's got like a mohawk and there are paratroopers that had like mohawks back then and like painted faces. I don't know. It just looks. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait for gameplay, but like. From a lot of people saw it and were complaining, women! I'm not about that. I think it's awesome because if I was a girl gamer, I'd want to be able to play a girl. But I'm not so crazy about the feel. It feels a lot more cartoony almost. I don't know how much I'm going to like that. But I'm going to wait for the gameplay. Right, Alex?
Yeah.
Totally into this?
Yeah.
Totally into
Games.
Battlefield? I like games, guys. Games are the coolest things.
Mitch, when are you gonna get your own gaming PC and game with us all the time?
Oh,
Yeah, Alex.
just you wait. It should only be another 15, 20 years before I'm right into it.
Just wait till when are you going to get your PC-ness ready?
When, wait, my PC-ness?
Your PC-ness.
Penis.
My PC is ready.
Your PC-ness is ready?
My PC is ready. Yeah.
Your penis-y?
I've got a bunch of stuff on here. I've got like
You got like Warcraft 2.
yep, DOSBox,
Prince of Persia.
City. Bought SimCity. That was a splurge.
SimCity 2000.
No, it's SimCity. It's the newest one.
Oh, did you really buy that?
I really did. It was
Good
on
for
sale
you.
for $7.99, so I splurged and bought it. It had all the add-ons, so
$7.99.
$7.99.
That's a splurge, all right.
Well, that's how I save money.
Oh god, you should see some of the bills I've racked up for the Steam summer sales.
Yes.
Woo!
Done that too. I've been there.
Yeah, it adds up.
The reality is, though, I bought SimCity probably, I'm going to say, around Christmas time, and I played it around Christmas time, and that was it.
Well, it was only $7.99, so I think you get your money's worth.
That's
Was
right.
it like a really big binge though? Like, did you
Yeah.
binge hard on SimCity?
I did it
Not like, yeah,
for
okay.
like
'Cause
that 3 nights.
sometimes I find I can binge myself out of a game.
Yeah,
like,
and make it
I'm so
worth it to an
excited about
extent.
it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
right there
No,
with you. I do that a lot.
Honestly, it was because of time. I just don't really have time to game. My Wednesday nights are where I enjoy to do that, you know? But I don't really yeah, I haven't. Not only that, but after doing so much role playing, I find computer games in the classic sense to be boring. They're too constricted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I disagree. But you know what?
But it makes it
That's
better.
also why I like horror games, because horror games are a unique experience in the sense that you get really fucking terrified and you're like, you can't move forward, which is really exciting. Creative games are tough to sort of duplicate in a role-playing sense, I think, because you can't get that visualization. But I hear you to an extent, Alex. I don't think you're completely wrong.
You can't get the open world that you can with role playing.
The absolute freedom of open world exploration.
Now that you say that, actually, Alex, I've felt the same way, especially about role-playing games. And it gives me like that excitement to write something and to come up with my own story.
But as opposed to play something somebody else has written. That's so like, follow this path and you'll get to the end.
And like games have come so far in their ability to like be more open than they used to be, like Skyrim and Witcher 3. Like those are vast games, but it's still
you can't
feel limited.
You can't say things that make decisions. You can like start attacking people and they'll be like, "What the fuck? You're an enemy," and then you're always an enemy, but you don't have a chance to be like, "Oh, haha, I'm gonna use charisma here and back out of this," like Harlan always does. You're not gonna get
that layer like I always do.
Full out attack somebody and then apologize.
I definitely agree with that when it comes to board games, because board games are tough for me to play now because of role-playing games. Because when I'm sitting around a table, I would almost rather play a role-playing game 90% of the time. Video games are a bit different though, because they show me a world. It's almost like having someone GM a story for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're limited in a sense, but you're also being taken on more of a story, and there's deeper connections that you're like, ooh. That's I think why I'm getting across with horror games, because it's really tough, even in the best RPG, to really make you feared, you know, really make you scared in a scene, because it's all theater of the mind. Whereas if you're like staring with a flashlight at a darkened wood and something moves, you're like, oh fuck.
Just wait until you guys get to the cargo room.
Is it spooks?
Cargo bay.
Is it spookies?
Is this our cue to get back into it?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it sure is. Without further ado, we return to A Swashbuckler's Life 4. 4th star to the right. I run over to Dred's body, who's limping under the purple arc, and I say, "Dreads, my god, are you alright? I just saw you got slapped by that hyperdrive coil arc."
Well, I'm alright. I'm doing okay, but I just have a bit of you know what I'm talking about.
What's wrong with your voice? Are we dropping our accents? Because this isn't my real voice. Are we doing this? Because I'm happy to drop it. This is my real voice.
No, it's I'm trying to maintain it. I just can't. I sound more Italian with my lips like this.
And I'll tell you when 10 minutes is up. I'm watching the clock.
All right, Alex is watching the clock. And now we're going to. Oh man!
Well, do you want me to do this, or can I go back to the accent that I have for you, for Merryweather character? Do you want me to do that for you, Dreads, to make it easier?
Well, how about this? And I put a hand on his shoulder, and it zaps him. The electrical shock, like that was in me, transfers over to him, and then the same effect happens.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, no,
this just makes it that much more difficult to try to keep my thing together. All right, let's do this.
So you crawl in through the hyperdrive, and you've both been electrocuted, and to the point where your faces go numb. And you squeeze through this little crevice. I'll call it like a shaft from the hyperdrive room to the armory. Is that where you're going?
We're going to the armory.
Do you see where that is?
Of course, I have a picture of the map here.
Yeah. So describe your method of traveling to the armory.
We're going to take the small pipe from the hyperdrive to the reactor, past the reactor core towards the armory.
You do, okay.
So I crawl on my hands and feet and I say, "Dread, this is a really important path we're taking right now."
Mm-hmm.
And you hear.
Is it dangerous? Oh, what was that?
Oh, it's a space rat, and I look over towards
exactly what it is.
Space rat.
And it's a round little helmet. It's a one-eyed rat with a long, kind of like a mushy snout. You could say, "Oh,
All right, look here, Space Rat. I'm gonna get my gun and I'm gonna come right back for you.
It's probably the size of a cat here on Earth. So it's a big fucking, and it starts to attack you. EL. So give me a roll. Give me a roll. Between you give me a
2
roll
success.
of D6. Okay, perfect. So
I just grab it and I like chuck it down towards Dread.
Oh,
and it squirms and screams and scoots by Dreads because it's already been.
And I quickly
like
crawl out and I tumble out into the armory.
Okay.
And I run over to my stuff and I start suiting myself up.
Excellent.
and
So
I
what
quickly follow suit.
do you put on?
I grab the jackknife, which is my little pistol.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes. I found my jackknife. Do you see your bottle?
I think I found them right here. And I reach into a... I don't have to say that. I reach into a chest, a metal chest that airlocks open and goes... And there's a bunch of small files that are all kind of coiled together on a bandolier. And I take out the bandolier and I stick it around my shoulder. And then I grab my knife. It's just a hilt. But then I press a button on the side and it goes...
Cool.
My kitchen knife. My kitchen knife.
I hear you. And I take out my jackknife, which is like a fortified blunderbuss, which is like basically a space pistol, like a laser shooter, but it looks like an old one of these boys.
Nice. And when you shoot it, it goes.
It shoots a pink laser.
Nice. Cool. All right. So you guys have your equipment. Is there anything else in here that you'd like to grab?
Well, I already have my
Your laser pistol.
and I already have my translator.
Laser. And didn't you have a laser sword as well, Harlan?
Yes,
Yell?
I did. It's just a hilt, and when I turn it on, it turns it on. But I don't have it with me.
Very good.
Oh my God! And I reach into my bag and I'm like, I almost forgot.
What did you find?
My banana.
Banana?
Yes, you know I always carry a banana with me. It's good luck. See, where I come from, a banana means good luck to come to you. My best friend Pivot once gave me a banana. It was one of the last bananas of our kind. But that's a story for another time.
Wow.
Well,
relic,
you're not
man.
going to share any of that, are you?
No, bananas aren't for eating, friend. They're for tempting
No.
monkeys and for making love to.
Oh.
No. I mean, I don't. I understand what you think. Making love. No. I mean inserting it into myself.
You cannot see it, but I am smiling right now.
Yes, I know. So the banana stays with me, and
Oh yeah, keep your lisp going there.
What?
Yell.
I did. Well, I was taking a partial shock. So, and my real speaking voice is like this. So I'm actually already putting on an accent for Dreads, as he knows me as Merryweather. So this
All
is
right.
my accent.
Then your mouth is back to normal then as well.
Perfect. And I pull out one of the beer
Oh.
bottles. Would you like a drink, Dread? I say we might as well live it up while we can.
I feel like that's a good idea. Let's sit down here, have a drink, and talk about our woes.
Ah, yes. Our woes.
What kind of beer? Is this India Pale?
Yes, this is an India Ale. I don't know what it
India
means.
Ale.
Oh, it's that planet, India Ale. I remember. It's where all those NASCAR races were.
That's right. They had this ale. It wasn't actually made on this planet with the NASCARs. They had it made somewhere else. And then they had to ship it over to this planet called India Ale. So they
Yes.
called it an India Ale.
You know, it reminds me, Dreads, do you remember that time, maybe about a year ago, when we were transporting those what were they? They were this refugees from that failed little doomed planet. What was that called?
Ridiculous 17.
Yes, Ridiculous 17. I remember that. And remember we were transporting all these refugees, and there was that one young lad named Tomlinson, something.
Tom Thompson.
Tom Thompson, that's right. And remember we invited him into the bridge, and we showed him all those flashy buttons, and he pressed the eject button, and he shot all the refugees out into space.
Yes. One of them hit the windshield.
It's just exploded with the cold. These are good times. We're good people. All right, let's go.
The
And
important
as you
thing.
and as you get up to leave the armory, the door to the armory opens, and standing in front of you is this very corpulent, four-chinned man with this evil look to him.
He says, "Hey, you can't be in here. Who the hell are you?"
And he
Oh,
pulls
yes?
out
Ah.
a laser sword,
Well, I've got something else to say to him.
and he
Oh, wait.
swings it at you.
Hold on, let me
EL.
redo. Do I dodge it? I will
Roll
dodge
for
it.
Well, why don't you
Success.
give me a bit? Okay, so
Perfect. So here's what
you
happens.
dodge it.
So
He's
first
like,
thing I
"Hey,
do.
you," and he swings and
Well,
misses.
first thing he does is when the door opens, my instinctive response is to pull out my gun, but it actually has my banana. So I put my banana on the floor, and I reach out my gun, and as he jabs towards me, I step out of my way, and I cock my jackknife, and I say...
So what did you actually roll?
I rolled a success. I have a 3 in dodge, and I rolled a 3 and a 2, so 2 successes.
Perfect. Okay.
And I put my pistol right up to his chin, and I say, "Listen here," to his 4 chins, and I say, "Listen here, 4 chinny chin chin chin. You're gonna take us out of here all nice and quiet, or I'm gonna put a pink laser through that bulbous brain of yours. Capitio?"
Whoa. Look, listen here now. You don't have to just do that. I was only doing it because, you surprised me, but I don't know what you're doing here, and what are you doing here, and where are we going? Where am I taking you?
We're commandeering... No, we're not. We're getting off this ship. We are taking the Jackdaw, and we're flying
Wait.
out of this place safe as can be, or my name isn't Captain Branda Yell Merriweather.
Why, you're the prisoners that were brought aboard from that other ship that we just took over. How did you get out of your cell? This is impossible.
All right, listen, we're not answering 40 questions here. You're going to let us out of... Wait a minute. I turn to Dreads and I say, maybe there's another solution.
But
Oh wait.
Oh, Dreads is gone. I reach over to Dreads'
yeah,
pouch,
man.
and I slide out one of his vials, and I say,
yeah, man, I like it, and
what?
I'm gonna roll.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh,
right
he's
now.
back.
I'm back.
Right,
What did
so
I miss?
I turned to you and I said, maybe there's another way we can... I want to put this guy to sleep. So I turned to you and I say,
Who are we looking at here?
a 4-chin
Oh.
monster who came in and tried to kill us.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. You're looking at Winston Pendragon. So
Four
that person gets an
chins.
XP.
All right. Well, I have an idea, and I take one of my little files off of my bandolier, and very discreetly, I throw it in his face.
Hey, no, what the hell? Oh,
And roll us a d6. Oh, roll us 2d6s, Justin.
2d6s. Almost went into Quintus there. All right. Okay, so as I am throwing it into his face, I'm going to say, "Boom! Look out!" and hope that he's distracted. Even
That's
though I'm
really
helping
fat.
him look out.
I was just about to say the opposite, but it's...
Watch out!
really
I'm
fat
throwing
Winston.
something at
Watch
you.
out!
Pendragon.
I forgot the main name. Dreads is my name. So, 2 It floats through the air. And I rolled a 2, so that's a success.
And as soon as it hits him, it explodes in his face, and this puff of green-yellow smoke surrounds his head, and he just drops.
That'll
sleeping.
teach
And
you to
there,
pull a sword on us.
before you, is the open door to the reactor core. The open door to the reactor core.
Well, we have everyone that we need. Boatswain, is he on his way back to the crew quarters? Did we tell him to meet us there? We should.
I do believe we did.
Either way, Boatswain, meet us in the crew quarters. Let's go.
Well, you yell, it's like a... The reactor core is just like...
I have a
safe.
feeling that he probably did hear you because he's got those big ears.
Yes. Yes. What a goofy boy. Let's go. And we start heading through the reactor core back to the crew quarters.
Okay, so in order to get to the crew quarters from the reactor core, you either have to go through engineering and back through the shaft, or through the mess hall and all the other pirates. Which way do you choose?
Now, if we go through the crew quarters via the main drive, then it's going to be safer, but ultimately we're going to have to move through these mess hall anyway.
And what you said earlier about getting one of these fires into the food there,
Right.
may have been a good idea.
So maybe we should loop back around.
Let's do the loop around. Sneak it in. Try not to be seen, which might not be too hard because they are quite a rowdy bunch.
And that way we can make sure Boatswain knows we're heading back without him. I mean with him. I mean we won't.
Wait, we are looping around then. We are going back through the engineering.
Yes, we'll head south through the engineering, back through the crew quarters, hand the vial to Bilbo. He can slip it into the mess hall food, and we'll wait till they all fall asleep, and we will probably coup de grace them all.
All of them. That's a good idea. Let's put this plan into motion.
Coup de grace. So you head into the engineering room, and there is Boatswain, and now it's going to be difficult remembering exactly how I did this voice, but
Sort of
I think it
lispy.
was something like this.
That's pretty close.
Oh, you've got what you needed. You got what you wanted to get. Oh, well, I guess now what are we doing? And I got the main drive all fixed up. It's ready to
Come,
go.
Boatswain, we're heading back to the crew quarters. We're gonna give Bilbo this vial of sleeping potion so that he can make all the stupid, ignorant, dumb, no-good, brain-dead pirates on this ship fall asleep like the stupid, dumb, no-good pirates they are.
Say, that reminds me. What's in this for me? Why should I even go along with you? Why don't I just press this big red button that says alarm on it?
Well, if you did that, Boatswain, how could we get you to dance and have fun? And we've been friends for 5 odd
Oh,
years.
I'm gonna press the button. This is
No,
ridiculous.
no,
I'm not fucking
What
Boatswain.
about your, what
Boatswain.
about your friend,
Boatswain.
the Gregorian?
We've got a yellow banana.
I have the banana. For 7 years you've wanted this banana, Boatswain.
That's a pretty nice banana.
This is
And
the
it never goes
7-year
bad.
banana.
Give it
No,
to me.
no. As with all deals about this banana, you will get it one day. Let's go.
I'll do this. I'll do this for 2 things. You give me the banana, and no more dancing and singing. I can't stand it. I'm not a fucking circus monkey.
All right.
I'm a man.
Listen. Counteroffer, as we always have these fair and just democratic hearings. I will not give you the banana yet, but we also still need you to dance. So,
No. I'm not dancing.
Boatswain, think of the commitment you and I have made to each other for all the years we've been friends.
Well, listen here. If you start making me dance, then I'll go with you. But I mean, they make me dance here too. So either way, it's probably better if I just go with you.
Right.
Either way, this is probably better. Works out better for me if I just go with you.
Exactly. And maybe one day, possibly, you'll probably not get the banana. And then everyone will be happy. And the dancing,
Maybe we might split it.
And be
you
honest.
never know.
you love us.
I don't not love you.
Exactly. And one day, this 7-year-old
Sorry,
banana will probably be yours.
Well, it's kept its color really well for 7 years.
Unless I'm
Mind
hungry.
you. That's that AstroTurf, right?
Yes, that's the one. Let's go! And we start heading back
Okay.
towards...
So we jump down and we go back through when we meet up with Alex and Bilbo.
Oh, what took you guys so long?
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Well, they came looking for me, and then they went through the hyperdrive. What happened in the hyperdrive, guys? I told them not to go through the hyperdrive. I thought it'd be kind of funny, though. You know how EL is.
Well, we had to get our gear back, obviously, and then you have to
Oh, did
see
you get
boats...
your gear back? Did you get my gun from in there as well?
Say
You did.
about the
You did.
hyperdrive.
Yes.
About that hyperdrive.
Beautiful
When we
thing.
went through there and disrupted things, is there a chance? And I'm asking this to you, Bort Swain, our faithful companion. Is there a way that we might have disabled the hyperdrive jumping capabilities?
Well, the hyperdrive is very, very sensitive. So if you did anything in there, you probably did fuck it up. There's probably no doubt about it. You guys doing anything usually fucks it up. So yeah, I'm gonna say you totally fucked it up. Did you get hit by the purple lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
fucked it
looked more
up.
Like,
Yeah.
It looked like it was more blue to me.
That's a
But
fuck up.
that's good then. So then it means
That's a
that
fuck
if
up for
we,
sure. For
well,
sure.
it's a good fuck up then.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. You know, it's only me that has to fix it after the fact. But
But
well, Boat Swain's back to work, dancing and singing. No fucking banana, whatever.
And he turns around and starts crying.
Hey, no, Boatswain. Listen, everything's going to be okay.
Oh, you're giving me the banana now.
No.
Finally.
And he reaches for it.
No. But remember, this isn't your ship anymore. So who fucking cares if the hyperdrive goes boat shit crazy?
Well, you might want it once you see what happened to the jackdaw.
What? Hey, hold on. What's happened to the jackdaw?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't on the ship when they boarded it, but from what I heard and from all of the rumors, it took the nose right off, and it doesn't really have much on it left anymore because everything was all destroyed.
Well, actually, yeah. I think he's got a point there. You might just have to commandeer this ship because there's not much left of the other ship.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
Are you telling me the jackdaw's dead?
Nothing for sure. You might have to go over and take a look at it yourself.
Dread, I'm freaking out here.
Guys, look, maybe we could.
I've
do
had
this
that
for-
ship
Why don't we get?
15 years.
Did you get in? Did you get in the poison for the crew?
Oh, dude, settle down there, EL.
It's not EL. That's not my name.
What is? It's Brad, isn't it?
It's not Brad. My name is Brandy Jack, and this
I
isn't
knew
my
you were
place.
Brandy Jack. I
do
should
you
have
mean?
known it from the start. I read all about you. You never were EL. You kept saying Brad EL, Brad EL.
I didn't
Brad
say
EL.
nothing.
Well, I've been working with the notorious Brandy Jack all this time.
I'm not
I
notorious.
didn't even know it. You're not notorious.
No. Listen. This is not about anything other than the fact that we need to get off this ship. And I'm sick of pretending that I'm Merryweather, because it doesn't help me right now.
Didn't we take a bounty one time looking for Brandy Jack? And his reward was worth 750 million credits.
You know, and I want to say
That's
the fact
right,
that you
I
didn't
was
take
on
that
that.
meant a lot to me. Okay?
I was on the track jar at that time.
Right.
When you guys took that bounty.
Right.
And we did a lot of work for that. I had to repair the main drive several times because of the asteroid field that we went through.
Yeah. Listen, and the guy that we turned in,
Appreciates it.
he wasn't exactly the same as the Brandy Jack you see here. But listen, none of that matters now, guys. We just need to get... This ship is bigger than the Jackdaw. We can take it and sell it.
Well, or we could hire someone to paint over top of Harlan's dream and just write Jackdaw 2 in big letters.
Now,
You know, it's not a bad idea.
that's a fucking idea.
Well, yeah, that's not too bad, guys. I'll tell you. I mean, but
The only problem
I
is
think we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Why are we
Well,
getting ahead of
yes.
ourselves? This is easy peasy. We give you the sleep stuff, you put it in the food, you make everybody eat it. Zippity doo that day, we move them all into the area with the cargo, and then we launch it, and everyone dies in space. We did it accidentally before.
this
You
is
know,
a
it's not a
big
bad
ship.
idea.
This is a big ship. How are we going to run it? Just 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. Oh, Alex, you too. Yeah, Alex too.
Yeah, I'm here too. I mean, it's easy to forgive me. That's okay. It's okay.
There's 5 of us. There's you, me, Bilbo, Alex, and Boatswain. That's more than enough to run this ship. Look, this is easy. Once we get rid of the main crew, all we have to do is deal with that 8-foot tall captain. And I'll tell you, where I come from, me and my buddy used to do the old one too. And dreads, let me tell you, you and me, we can do the 3-4, we can do the 5-6. I think we could get away with the 10-11, maybe even the 7 or 8. I don't know. You look about maybe.
I've never been so good at
There's
counting.
no 9 option.
No, there's no 9. 9's a bad. Never. We don't do 9. 9 does not come up. That's a bad luck option.
Did something happen to you
Yeah.
regarding the number 9?
Yeah, it was
Well,
with the Billy Crub. You don't want to.
There's a chance I'm ruling here. It's going to be a 1 3 5 7 9. No, 3 5. 1 3 5. What did I say last time? That doesn't really matter.
3579.
3 5 7 9. But tell me your plan, actually.
All right, we give the sleeping pill to Bilbo, right? He puts in the food. We wait until.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then it's us versus the captain. And I have a plan for how we can douse that captain pretty swell, with the help of Boatswain.
All right. Well, give me the poison. I'll take it. And I'll put it in the stew, and I'll get everybody to eat it.
All right, here you go. 1 vial of poison. Just this little amount, if stirred into their food, if they ingest it, should be enough to put all of them out. But the thing is, everybody needs to eat. Because if one person starts falling asleep and the other person hasn't eaten the food yet, you know what's going to happen.
All righty.
I'm going to put it in the chat here.
Something is happening in the chat.
So that okay, so I just wanted to make sure I put that in writing.
1 3
and I
5
did-
7 9. Everyone is left.
Yeah, so there's a 16. So okay, that's a success. So
Alex has a weird system of die rolls. it's
it's a matter of chance.
he randomly picks integers and then just says that's what it is.
Well, it's kind of like betting. So if you hit one of those numbers, everybody would have been gone from the mess hall. So,
Totally.
but luckily for you guys, I rolled a 16, which means that Bilbo goes into the room, drops secretly drops the vial of poison into the pot of stew, and then you hear him holler,
Soup's up. Who's having some of my famous phlegm?
and then there's lots of clamoring, and you hear dishes and lots of clinging and clanging and footsteps, and then all of a sudden there's like a loud crash and there's no sound, and the only thing you hear is that last and there's no more sound, and the door opens back to the crew quarters, and there stands Bilbo.
Well, most of the crew's down. Now what do we do?
And we walk into the mess hall or whatever. All right. So that should only leave the captain left, right?
Well, there's the captain, and then there's possibly some of the crew left up in the bridge driving the ship, but it's a lot less than we might have seen earlier.
All right. Well,
Speaking of the rest of the crew, and I look, you see my face is turning like a shade of brown, and then like hair is starting to grow clumpily from the top of my head. until I'm looking like dreads again.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I forgot that you were still Peter because I was gonna say go back to Peter, but this works better anyway.
That's right. That's
So I was gonna say, Dread, I missed your face, bud. We can now.
Thank
You
you.
can transfigure morph into anyone on this floor, right?
I could do that. Anybody who's touched this head. But that means that I will lose one of these dreadlocks off of the predator shrunken head.
And how
if
many
I lose
dreadlocks
another
are
one-
there?
There's only 2 left.
Oh.
It looks pretty bald now.
I'm thinking we
So-
do a showdown in the cargo hold. If we can get the captain and any remaining crew into the cargo hold, I think we can launch them out into space.
A showdown in the cargo.
So you are saying we should create a diversion?
Yeah. Look, they don't know Boatswain or even Bilbo have turned necessarily. Only you, me, and Alex are the ones that were in the lockup. We could have them
right,
run
guys.
in and get us out. Meanwhile, the 3 of us are waiting in the cargo hold, ready for the showdown. Picture this: we're standing there, waiting for them. The captain walks in with the rest of the crew. I say some cool one-liner, draw my pistol, shoot the button for the cargo hold door. It opens, and kazooie, everyone's blasting into space. Meanwhile, you, me, and Alex are tied down, bolted our soles of our shoes to the floor.
I like it.
How are we going to bolt our shoes to the floor?
Okay, new plan. Each of us are tethered by the waist to the wall behind us. They walk in, they think everything is normal. I draw my pistol, I shoot the button on the wall, the cargo doors spread open, they get sucked out into space. The tethers tighten, but we don't go anywhere.
Whoa, what happens when the door opens and we run out of oxygen?
New plan.
Well,
Boat-
you know, I could bolt you down. I've also got some straps, and I can bolt you all down.
No. Dread is right. What if the Jackdaw's still in the cargo hold still, right?
Yes,
Why don't we
I
just,
do
why don't we
believe
just
it is.
kill them?
Well,
That's the plan. Wait.
how would
We
you...
just have a battle, you know. I mean, you've got to get some extra weapons from the cargo hold or from the armory, and we'll protect them.
Well, I mean, Boatswain. If you want to be obvious about it, obviously that was an option.
Well, you don't have to rag on him. He's just a helpful little guy, you know. And
No.
I mean,
I'm just saying that was the standard way to go about it. You know, I just thought it would be.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, sorry. Continue. You guys are really the brains behind this, you two. Let you figure it out.
A potential solution, but it would be a bit of a sacrifice.
Which?
My head. I still have 2 dreadlocks left, which means I can have him do 2 more things for us. One of those things, I have seen it done before, is that instead of me transmogrifying into someone, I can instill the head with voodoo magic and make it look like someone else. But the only problem is that someone has to put their soul into it for a little bit of time. So what it could look like is your original plan, luring them into the cargo hold, and they're going to think that it is you, and you will be controlling my puppet shaman thing. But then when they open the door, it won't be you there, it will be the head, and then they all fly out. But it's a sacrifice because then I will lose my precious predator head.
Well, it's a good idea. I don't want you to lose your predator head, but at the same time, if we launch them all into space in one go...
It would be pretty convenient. Let's clean up.
And that's a big, big issue with ships like this. Remember how long it took us to get blood out of the cargo hold of the Jackdaw after that Billy Crub incident?
Oh, there's still blood dried in there.
I know. Alright. I mean, it would be great to be able to use something other than having to hurt your head. Well, the Jackdaw is still there, though. Are the engines working on it? And I turned to Boatswain.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, when their crew went all aboard and they came back over, they just showed me how they had taken all this stuff out, and it was a lot of engine pieces, and it didn't really look like it would have been working after the fact. But, I don't know until I get on board and take a look at it, because, you know, the Jackdaw's a pretty unique boat, and I don't even know if it works right now.
I bet the self-destruct still works.
Oh, it certainly does. The self-destruct always works. It's just a direct fuse line right to the gas tanks. Empty your food, that baby will blow. Boom!
Well, maybe then rather than doing the showdown in the cargo hold itself, we do the showdown in the Jackdaw. You know what I'm thinking? Remember the nose escape pod?
Oh, the nose is gone.
Oh.
The nose got blown straight off. I know that much. I mentioned it earlier. Sorry, I couldn't back out of that.
Didn't you say we were towing something by a cable?
Yeah, but it's almost at the side. The captain wanted us to bring it along. I honestly don't think the Jackdaw is going to be running very well.
What are we towing by cable?
The Jackdaw, he's towing. I believe he's towing the Jackdaw by cable, and he's only pulling along for the map. And it's not in my phone. I mean, it wasn't my idea.
All right. Take it easy. Boatswain, you have one job to do, and it's to cut that cable when we tell you.
All right.
And I turn to Dreads and I say, I think our original plan about trying to tell them the map was somewhere else than it was right. I think if we tell them the map is just on the Jackdaw, they're going to take us out there. Then all we have to do is jettison into space, cut the cable, and have whoever's commanding this ship come by and swoop us up.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
So no showdown, no gun shooting or stabbing.
We're still going to maybe need to use your voodoo head, but hopefully you won't need to lose it.
All right. Well, let's put this plan into motion. Hey.
Cut to.
Everybody doing it.
Us just standing there watching Boatswain dance.
Come on, baby. Do the locomotion.
I needed this before our big battle.
Come on, baby. Do the locomotion.
It just fills my heart with
Do
warmth.
the locomotion. Okay, I'm tired of this now, guys. Come on. I'm tired of doing this every day. Fucking give me a banana already and I'll get out of here.
All right, Bilbo.
All right.
Take us to the captain.
Well, I don't know if that's really a good idea, but yeah, sure. I mean, well, do you want to take up the main hallway, or do you want to go through the cargo bay in the lift? I mean,
Doesn't matter. We just need everybody in the ship, whoever's left, to come out to the Jackdaw.
All right. Well, follow me then, I guess. Are you following me? I don't know. You mean take you to the captain, right?
Right.
All right. Well, the captain's probably on the bridge. He's not going to be happy to see you, though. I'm going to suggest that we go up through the communications room because, well, I don't know. How do you want to go? Do you want to go through the communications room? Here's the map.
You know the ship better than us. We let you decide.
Yeah, but if we go up to the communication room, then Franz might be up in the communication room. Yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a tattletale. He likes the captain. That's why he works in the communication room.
We're going to the captain. We want to talk to the captain.
Well, I know, but Franz is a bit of a kiss ass. So if we go up to the communications room, we might see Franz. But if we go to the cargo bay, I don't think we're going to see anybody. But then, if we go through the cargo bay, then we're probably gonna run into Greg the Gregarious sitting in the weapons station. And if we run into Greg, Greg's pretty mad. He'd always get mad at me. So I mean, it's really up to you.
What do you suggest, Bilbo? What's the solution here?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm putting the question to you. Do you want to go through the communication station or you want to go through the weapons station? I mean, really, it's a 50-50 chance. One's kissed ass, the other one's angry.
I have an idea. Either way, it sounds like our road ahead isn't easy. So
No,
why
it's
don't
never
we?
easy.
So why don't we just flip a coin and decide from luck?
Oh, I like the way you think.
And as they're
Oh,
talking,
we
I'm
do
like looking at the cell that we left originally because it's like next to the thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, they think we're still in the cell, don't they?
Well, I guess they would. I didn't know you left.
Why don't we
Everybody
just-
out here is dead.
Well, why don't we just? All right, that would look bad. If we went in the cell, I was like, come pick us up. Everyone's dead outside. All right, let's do this. Let's just go talk to the captain. Bilbo, you make it like we asked you to go see him, okay? We were banging on that holding cell. You're next to it. You, Peter, or whoever said, yeah, sure, you take him to the captain. You're carrying us up there. We're going to talk to the captain, Dredd. We're going to say, listen, we know what you want. We remember the map is on the Jackdaw. We're going to take a small transport shuttle to the Jackdaw. We're going to make sure that we're standing there as we pull the map out. You're going to take the voodoo, and you're going to make the map appear from behind something. We're going to hand. We're only going to give him the map when we're back in the transport ship. And from there, we'll wing it.
You want me to make the map appear using the voodoo?
Well, not the real map, just a fake map. You said that you could make, you know, a figure appear if we had it. Why not do it with the map?
I've never tried it with an object before, but I think I could whip something up. Do you think that I should do it in a way that they'd be able to touch it and see it? Or should I keep it kind of concealed? Like, hey, look at this. Look at what we have here. Oh, it's just a corner. No, you don't get to see it.
I would say less time, but more realistic. That they could actually poke and touch.
All right. We can make that work.
And then the minute you get the signal boat swing, you cut that cord.
All right, I'll cut the cord. All right.
All right, so you guys are gonna go.
I'm gonna take her up. I'm gonna take her up through the weapons station, and we're gonna talk to Franz. He's a young deckhand, and but he's good and strong and smart, and
But a bit of a
clear-headed.
kiss ass.
Well, but he's better than Greg. I'll tell you that.
And now I rolled for that, just so everybody knows.
What's up?
Franz Hopper, whoever came up with that one, they get an XP as well. I'm gonna go over this at the end of the game.
Oh, so I guess we're going up through. We're gonna go through the cargo bay and then through the weapons station, and then we're gonna get you to meet the captain. So why don't you do this? Why don't you hold a gun against me? Make sure it's not loaded there, brandy jacket.
No. I'm going to stash this where I stash my stashy stuff. You are going to make it seem like we're prisoners walking in there. I don't want him to know that I'm loaded.
Oh. Well, if you're gonna do that, then maybe. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Well, he's gonna be surprised when he sees the chef with prisoners, but. All right, I'll do it.
It's all going to work out.
But could I get myself a weapon? Because I ain't got a weapon. I only got this dirty fork.
If
Fork
things
range
go,
only got a dirty spoon.
if things go
That's true.
according to plan, you won't need a fork.
Is there anyone on this floor right now, Bilbo, that's one of the captain's higher-ups?
No.
No, the captain's the captain, man.
No,
That's
not
who he is.
like a Peter or something like that, but not quite.
Oh, one of the captain's higher ups. I see what you're saying. Oh, the floor here? In this room, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, let me just take a look.
And he starts rolling over bodies, and he sees. Oh, geez, that's. He sees One Eye Pete.
Okay.
But he has 2 eyes, but only 1 arm and 1 leg.
One-eyed Pete with 2 eyes.
But only 1 arm, 1 leg.
Oh, there's One-Eyed Pete, and One-Eyed Pete hops around next to the captain all the time. In fact, he was hopping around him just this morning saying how happy he was to pull on the jackdaw, and he was happy they blew off the nose.
All right. Hey, Dreads, maybe you should use one of those last 2 dreads to look like One-Eyed Pete, and then you and I can go to the captain. That way it's less suspicious.
If I look like One-Eyed Pete, that means I'm going to get to hop around.
It also means that you're going to be on the ship with us, and you... Hey, that means I can reveal where the map is. I can hand it, and then you can take me onto the transport ship as they're looking at it. And then, as it fades from their hand, we'll jettison back, and Boatswain will cut the fucking cord.
I'm still not entirely sure I understand this plan, but I think you have a vision, and I want to follow it.
I like your attitude. Guys, I'm really happy to be part of this group.
All right, Bilbo.
I'm really enjoying this.
You and Boatswain are going to be in charge.
Too, actually.
Yeah, you're
and
not gonna
Alex.
like it after much longer. I'll tell
right.
you that much.
Here's the plan. Alex, Bilbo, and Boatswain. You 3 are in charge of first and foremost, or Alex and Bilbo, you're in charge of cleaning this room and putting all of these bodies into the cargo hold. Once Dreads and I come back in the transport ship that's come from the Jackdaw, we're going to land. We're going to jettison all the bodies, and we're going to clear out of here. Boatswain, your job is to cut the cord between this ship and the Jackdaw as soon as the transport jettisons back, heading back towards Harlan's Dream. Everyone got their plans?
I understand. I'm gonna be dragging bodies.
Oh yeah, and I'll help him drag some bodies.
And I'll release the switch as soon as you give me the go-ahead.
Perfect. And anybody who's still bad that gets left after we head off to the Jackdaw, you 3 are in charge of killing them. Good luck.
I don't know about killing anybody. Maybe I'll put them in the holding cell.
Even
Yeah,
better.
I don't
Whatever
really
works.
like killing people, but
Whatever works.
you know.
Yeah, I don't know about killing people, but I still get put in the whole cell.
All right.
Well, now, so do you guys want me to take you up to the weapons station?
No. One-Eyed Pete's gonna do it.
All right.
And
Okay,
with that,
see
I
you guys
pull out-
later, then.
I pull out the 2-headed shrunken head, and I say, "Oh, Predator shrunken head. Oh, Danny Glover impersonation. I want to feel your mojo energy, and I want to harness it to do something voodoo crazy."
What you summon me for, man? Oh, I don't remember what my voice was last time, but this is my voice now. What
I
you
like-
want, man?
Your voice is very nice. I want you to turn me into this man, and here I'm going to rub you against his skin so you know what he looks like.
Oh, yeah, man. He's a good man. I like this man. We make you look like him, man, but because you want red, man, you go with that, man.
I'm cool with whatever. You
Yeah,
just make me
yeah,
look
man.
like him.
Yeah, you my brother, Bumbleclot. Oh, yeah. We go.
What'd
we
you
go.
say? What'd you say?
Oh, it's just
You
joking,
are a
man.
bad, you are a bad shrunken head.
Yeah, we are bad man. We bad man together. I make you look like a dead man. Okay, here we go. For 1 hour, you look like this man, huh? Oh, you losing a leg, you losing an arm, but you want my still. Oh, man. Goodbye, man.
Whoa! I'm One-Eyed Pete.
Nice. My God, Dreads. All right, let's do this. Here.
What? What are you giving to me?
Well, you might as well take my gun and put it to my head. Just make sure to give it back to me if I need it.
Well, my only one arm.
Oh, right. Put your knife to my neck instead. Or just how you do what you want to do.
I like his voice.
a beautiful voice.
He smoked like a chimney. Kind of looked like a chimney, too. All right.
Let's do this. And we start heading towards the bridge.
I guess I shouldn't have my blade activated like this.
He's not the mutant characters yet. He's a different character this time.
different character. This is One-Eyed Pete with
He's
two
One-Eyed
eyes
Pete, not
and one
Peter.
arm and one leg.
Yeah.
The other one was Peter Porter.
Pack
Peter
to,
Porter.
pack to pickle peppers.
Yeah. One-Eyed Pete.
Move along, prisoner.
All right, I'm going.
Ah.
And we're heading towards the bridge, Alex?
That's correct. Well, you're head. Yep.
So
Yeah, you're heading
we
towards-
just get there? Okay, we're in front of the
Going
captain.
through France. We're gonna meet France first.
Well, you have to tell me the direction you're going because you're gonna
The direction
depending
of
on-
France.
Okay, so you're going up through the weapons station.
Yeah.
I guess you could head directly to the bridge and bypass both Franz.
I'm not worried either way.
Okay. So you meet Franz.
Brandy Jack's confident.
The door to the weapons station opens up, which is sort of like in the same room as the bridge, but it's just separated by a bunch of different computer stations. So there's Franz, and Franz is frantically hopping back and forth from computer to computer, and he's like, "Oh my god, I gotta get these weapons back online. I don't know why they went offline. Something to do with the hyperdrive. I'm not really sure. Oh my god, what are you guys doing here? One-Eyed Pete? What do you have?
Hey, friends, everything's gonna be okay. I've got the prisoner here, and I've been interrogating him, and he's got something to tell the captain. Buzz us through.
Oh, absolutely, Captain. Oh, Captain. You know what? I'm gonna go down to the cargo bay, and maybe I'll just hang out there until things go over well with you. And the
What, are you afraid the captain? You're
Yeah,
afraid
a
the
little
captain's gonna give you a hard time because the weapons aren't on, eh?
a little bit. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna get the weapons back online. I can't believe I even thought about leaving. Oh my god.
You know what?
And go
You
ahead.
should go to the cargo bay.
I don't know if the
should-
weapons are good for us or
should-
bad for us yet.
Roll some sort of charisma or persuasion or something.
Charm. And I'd say, well, if you are afraid, then you're right. Captain's gonna tear you a new one if you screwed up the weapon system. I'd say that your safest place right now is in the cargo bay.
So what did you end up rolling? Sorry.
I haven't rolled yet. I'm trying to get extra done.
Oh, okay, so roll 3. Roll 3 at D6.
All right, let's do this. 2 1s.
Oh, perfect. Oh, you're absolutely right. You know what? He's just going to be pissed off because I haven't gotten back online. We've been here for like 4 hours. We haven't moved. We're still pulling this damn extra ship. I'm just going to go to the cargo bay. I'll let you guys have your space. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye,
And he exits the room. So now you're in the weapons station right near the bridge, and the captain's heard a little bit of commotion, but you hear him talking to somebody else up on the bridge.
All right. What do you
Let's do
say
this.
now? Let's do it, man.
And I punch my hand against the.
Ah! Thanks! God damn it!
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. I wasn't in my accent. Well done. I almost forgot.
And I put my hand against the fingerprint recognition to open the door.
By the way, no hard feelings about my name being wrong for the last 3 years. I'll tell you all about it one day.
If we make it out of this,
Don't you worry. Brandy Jack's good at charming. As we enter into the bridge.
And as you
Captain!
enter into the bridge,
The captain is yelling at one of his. What the fuck are you doing? Get this folly thing going.
and there he is, slapping his frying pan-sized hands against the bridge desk, whatever you fucking call it.
Get this fucking thing moving faster. I don't care if we're dragging.
Then he stops and he looks over at you, one-eyed Pete.
Captain.
What the hell is he doing here?
I was ready to speak to you, and this gentleman said he would escort me. I wish to
That's
see
right.
you.
You what? Why
He
didn't you
says-
tell me? Oh,
I'm telling you now, Captain. He says he knows something important. Something about a trap leading to treasure. A map, I mean. Map leading to treasure.
Just
You whiny little piece of shit. 4 hours and you've already broken 4 hours with Alex. Ah! Ah!
what do you mean with Alex?
4 hours in that bloody cell with that whiny little piece of shit. You know what he did to get in there?
No.
He was littering. He was littering, and I hate littering. So I threw him in there, and that's where he stayed for 10 years because he wouldn't stop littering. Every time I looked in there, the damn fucking kid was throwing shit on the ground.
Well, littering is pretty bad, but it wasn't 4 hours that I needed in with him that changed my mind. It was realizing that I was
You
wrong.
wanted to give me the treasure.
That I wanted a piece of the treasure.
Oh. So you got the map for me then, eh? I promise that if you give me the map, I will share you the treasure.
Listen, Captain. Spare me your foolery. I understand.
Foolery!
Arr! And he reaches up a hand and he brings it down.
It's all right. I understand that you don't want to give me any treasure. I understand that you want me hung by the neck until I am dead. All I am asking is that if and when I give you the map, when it is safely in your possession, and that you keep me alive only long enough until you find the treasure.
That's it?
And hopefully, if the treasure is worthwhile, you'll let me and my friend Dredd go. You can keep Alex. He's not my type.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good to me. There's nothing like shaking on it, right? Come on, shake on it. I promise I'll let you go after I get the treasure.
After you get the map.
Whoa. Sure, I promise I'll let you go after I get to the map.
Very good. And I shake his hand. Oh, gosh.
Excellent.
It's hot like an iron, too.
That's right. I keep them hot. Frying pan. That's what I say.
Now,
Fries and frying pan. Heat
I
up.
would imagine at this point your crew has torn apart the jackdaw, yes?
Yeah, took off the nose and everything.
I hope
That damn.
you still have it available.
The nose?
No. The actual core of the ship.
Oh, yeah, of course. We're dragging it behind us here.
The map is hidden on board.
Oh, see, I knew it. That's what I said to friends. I said that map is on the ship.
Yes. But you'll never find it without my help, for it is hidden behind a very, very intelligent computer screen that is mimicked to reflect the wall it is covering, meaning it is purely invisible, and you will scratch your head and tear your eyes out for the next 10 years trying to go through that ship with a comb. But if you come with me, I will reveal it to you and hand it to you directly.
Sure. Okay. All right. So you want me to come with you to the other ship?
Yes, we'll take a transport ship of sorts. We'll head to that ship. I will show you the map. I will hand it off to you, and our transaction will be complete. We'll head back here as a group, you revealing the map. If you have any questions about it, I'd be happy to answer. Then me and Dredd will be able to take that transport ship and send our way free, as agreed upon by you.
So you want me to go with you on this ship?
Well, do you not want to see the map's authenticity? Do you not want to? Do you not curious?
I want you to go and bring it back for me.
Oh, you'd be willing to let me go on my own? That much trust in a man?
We're not going to go very far. It hasn't got any engines. You can float off into space for all I care. Sure.
With the map, then I can keep the map and float off into space, Captain.
Yeah.
I think you'd want this map in your hand from the moment I retrieve it from where it's stashed. And I think you and I both know how eager you are to lay your eyes on this beautiful map. And I will roll to charm him.
I like your initiative.
And I will use 2 because I'm sort of coaxing him. And with a 5, that's a success.
A 5.
Charm is my high. I put everything I've rolled so far. You can check has been a 2. I just put all my points into charm because that's all. He's a charming Jack who leads. That's all Brainy Jack is. Leadership is the other one I put points into.
And the captain at that moment presses a button. He says, "Winston, Winston, come in. Hey, you fat fuck with a couple chins, come in."
Captain. The Franz, I think it was mentioning that there was a glitch in the system. I think maybe your comm system is down.
No glitch in the system. Well, we'll just have to walk down to the cargo bay and take the transport motorbike from there across to the exit. What do you think about that? Sound good?
Time is of the essence. I hope the map doesn't fall apart. I hope the ship doesn't fall apart. It'll be very tough to track it down. Let's be quick about it.
Well, sounds good. Gray, Maggie, you watch the helm.
Oh, yes, Captain, of course. As always. I'm always watching the helm.
It's behind a rather heavy piece of metal. I might need another hand, and your friend Pete here only has the one, and he's currently holding me, so maybe you want a few of your crewmates just to help pry it open.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see, what was it? Gregory. Is it Gregory? Yeah. Gregory. He's in communications. He doesn't communicate very well, though.
And and the captain stomps across the bridge and opens the door.
Gregory, come on!
And there's a gruff man in there, and he stands up. He's not really gruff, but he stands up. He says, "All right, I'm coming.
How many people are on the bridge in total?
3 right now. So there's the Gregory in the communications. There's Gray Maggie, who's actually running the ship, and the captain. And Franz left and went down to the cargo bay.
Perfect.
All
right. Well, let's go.
Oh, all right. So now he heads out into the cargo bay, and you follow.
Perfect.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So what does he see as he enters the cargo bay?
Whatever he has in the cargo bay.
Well, isn't that where you've asked the other guys to drag the bodies?
No, not until after we're off the ship.
Oh. Did you make that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as you come down into the cargo bay, you see across the hall, the door open, and there standing is both Alex and Bilbo, and they've got bodies in their hands, and then you see them stare at you wide-eyed, but the captain doesn't see.
And I quickly make a distraction. I'm like, oh, by the way, Captain, I didn't know if you knew this, but I am quite a singer.
Myself. A singer?
Yes. I feel
Why would
pretty,
I give a fuck? How about you being
so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. No, Captain, you'll want to see this. I feel witty and it's such a lovely day.
You funny little fucker. Shut up.
And he slaps you hard with his frying pan-sized hand.
I'm gonna make
and
pay for that.
One-eyed Pete jumps in too and holds the knife up against his back. Goes, "Arrgh!"
Yes.
Behind him.
That's right, Pete.
My apologies. I just thought maybe you'd want a song.
Shut up, you.
And he looks around the cargo bay.
It's awfully quiet here. Where's everybody moving the cargo to?
What cargo? Time is of the essence. If we get any more shrapnel, that ship is going to tear and fall apart.
Greggy just gives him a shrug.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's moving, Greg. Moving cargo, Cap. All right. Okay.
So you get to the transportation motor vehicle, and it's like a 4-person transport, and it's a kind of like a Jetsons mobile.
This reminds me of the Star Trek recursion.
Yeah.
I say under my breath.
So it's sitting out.
Nothing.
Star Trek. What the fuck?
It's just a ship I was on once, many years ago.
And so you take off, and you make your way to outside of the ship. So you open the first door opens, the first airlock door, and then the second airlock door, and there you are into the emptiness of space. And from this vantage point, you see a good look at the side of the Harlan's Dream, and written in big white letters on the side of the gray ship says Harlan's Dream, and blinking lights, and of course at the back waves a big pirate's flag. And then,
It's waving.
It's waving from a servo motor.
Oh, I see. To replicate
waving in the.
If the ship is moving, would it be waving? Because the ship's moving forward.
Is there any matter in space?
Who knows?
We'll leave that one for next time. It's waving because of at least a servo motor, if nothing else. It's made to look like it's waving. And so there, and then you see, held by a big, thick cable, hundreds or so meters behind it is the jackdaw. And it's not hooked up to the front; it's hooked up to the side, and it's kind of being dragged along in this angled pace. And the captain turns to you. He says,
Oh, where are we putting this ship down?
Right. No. We don't need to put the ship down. We just need to land on the cargo
That's what I mean.
of the jackdaw in there. And I point.
Where are we landing?
On the platform, and I point, and there's sort of like the rear end of the jackdaw is opened and agape, and there's like sort of a big grate where, and I'm sad as we approach.
Gregory the Gargarious is driving, so the captain says,
Gregory, put it down there. You heard the man. Come on, what's wrong with you?
and so Gregory flies it in and lands it there. Is there a way to close the door? Like, are you guys able to close this?
Yes, it shuts like a mouth. It's like
perfect. It's like shoom. Yeah, it's motion censored.
Yeah,
there's like a and the door shuts behind you, so it sets down. There's no gravity, but you're able to get out, and there's at least an atmosphere so you can breathe. You're not
perfect. And I step out and I walk out and I
float
around, float out, sort of very sad for a moment, and I head over to the hallway towards the front of the ship, and I say, "Come."
All right, Gregory, you stay here with the motor pod.
No, we need Gregory for the. Remember, I told you for the muscle.
Oh, all right, Gregory. Come on, Gregory.
And Gregory kind of gives a shrug, and he's all right.
And as Peter and I are sort of up close and say, I want to get something that I left in the safe in the bedroom. Just distract him for a moment. And I stop off in the bedroom and I kind of float into my quarters.
Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? What the fuck do you think you're doing? Get off. Get back here.
Captain.
Gregory, grab him.
Captain, look at this.
What am I looking at here?
And Gregory does go after you, Brandy Jack.
I pop one eye out.
What the? Oh my God! You are one-eyed, Pete. The whole time you've had two eyes. I didn't even know you could be good.
It's a glass eye.
And as I float into the room, I walk to a wall safe.
I knew it. You were trying to throw us off. It's actually in your wall, isn't it? Come on, open that up.
And he pulls out.
This is Gregory, though, isn't it?
No, this is the captain.
I thought you said that Gregory followed me in.
No, Gregory's. Well, whatever I said. Gregory's with.
Sure, and I say, no, Captain, this is just something personal, and I type in the code, which is black.
Personal? We're not here
Shush,
for
just
personal.
hold on. And I type in
a pistol into your armpit.
And I say, just fucking wait, and I type in the code, which is black bloods, and it opens, and there's just a small black stone. And I take it, and I put it in my pocket, and I say, it's this way, and I float back past him as he shoves the pistol in me. Meanwhile, my pistol's still like floating down here in my thing, unseen.
Kill you anyways once you get back.
What's that? What was that?
Come on, show me where the map is.
And I float out to the area that Peter and I had, or Dreads and I had previously discussed, and we know that there's a very tight sort of porthole towards the one of the maintenance areas, and I say, it's only big enough for two, so I'm sure your friend Peter here, who's got his hand on my shoulder, can suffice. And would you like him to go first or me first?
You go first. I'll follow.
Gregory, you and Pete stay out here.
You don't trust your Peter friend. I feel like he's...
Oh, of course I do. But you guys stay out here and... Well, do you need them?
And I'm going to do a charm roll, and I'm going to say, listen, I don't need a pistol being shoved into my back as I'm trying to decode the invisible panel that I have on the wall hiding the map. So if you wouldn't mind kindly, I would appreciate you sending your friend Peter in, who's been respectful about my privacy.
We're all going to come in. How
And
about
it's a
that?
success at 3.
Come on.
But I
Well,
succeeded.
he meets you at a halfway, and he
But it's too
brings
small.
the other 3 in.
Like, I specifically picked a small area. Like, I picture there's a small porthole like this that you have to go through, and then a small standing
Well,
area.
what did you need Gregory for anyways, then? This is ridiculous.
You'll see.
Come on.
It's coming. It's
Get it.
coming. It's coming. Fine. Who are you sending in? I go in. You send in somebody.
Gregory, because he's the one that he brought for the strength.
Fine. And I point to a bar that's, like, clearly attached to the wall through and through. And I say, you need to pull that down. I wait.
So actually, you're gonna have to roll for that because he's evil, smart, and corrupt.
Ugh.
So you're gonna have to be successful in this.
I will
persuasion
charm him.
to
I
pull down
failed. I failed.
He looks at the bar and he's like, "It's not attached to anything." He sounds like a very smart guy.
Fine.
Smart attachment.
And I push him aside. I say, well, it's an illusion. It's not a real bar. And I'm like starting to get worried as I'm like shooting a look back at Dreads through the porthole. I'm like, everyone
And-
good out there?
With a shrug of a shoulder, I turn to the captain and I say, "Oh, ow, ow, oh, ow,
What's the matter with you?
ow, oh, I'm having a spasm. Oh,
What's wrong out there?
Are you giving phantom arm hurts?
Is everything
Or
all
leg
right?
hurts?
ow, phantom arm hurts. Ow, a leg. Oh, ow, all of it, all of it.
Oh,
Oh,
Pete, what do you have me do?
oh, oh,
Gregory, go help him. He needs help.
oh, something. Oh, I need.
Roll
oh.
a charisma, Harlan, and actually roll a
Success.
persuasion. All right, so Gregory does leave you.
You know what? I'll come out with him, and as I'm helping him, I don't know. I'm gonna take the voodoo thing off him or something. I need to materialize. Well, I don't think I would be able to do it.
You.
What?
Yeah, you.
This is
can
on
do
you,
it.
Dread. So figure it out.
Okay, no, ow.
All right, I pocket
need-
the voodoo skull, and I'm like,
Yeah, I pull it out and give
All
it
right.
to
What's
him.
going on out
my
here?
pocket.
Yarrrr, what's this problem with you, Pete?
This is a waste of time. I need to get your thing. And I head back into the room quickly, and I take out the voodoo skull, and I look down and I say, okay, all right, voodoo friend. Listen, you and I don't get along very much. I'll stop this accent. You and I don't get along very much, but I've seen Dread use you 100 times. So what's your deal?
man. But I only got one dread left, man.
I know, we talked about this. You need to use your last Dread to create a map. The map that I have hidden.
Do this for you, man. He's the voodoo man, not you.
I get that, but listen, you gotta trust me on this, please. We need this, and we need it quick.
I tell you what, you give me your best secret, I'll help you out. I feed on secrets. In fact, you give me a good secret, I will not use a dread flock for this one month.
Fine, you want a quick secret? My real name is Brandy Jack. My brother's name is Shaz. My best friends were Theric and Pivot, and I saw Theric die. My best friend was Borgil, and me and Borgil got transported to this world like 10,000 years ago, and I've been using recursions to travel between them and trying to get back home. I'm trying desperately to get back home. I just want to get home.
That's a good one, man. Okay, I help you. What you want me do, man?
Do you remember that map that we had? You know, the one that I have hidden? Can you please materialize a version of it that's fake? It only needs to last a few minutes, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes.
I don't remember the one, man, but I can make up something if you want, man.
I'll describe it to you, and I describe
Sure.
in detail the map.
Alright, man, I got it. I will materialize it for you here, but I'll tell you what, no more favors for you, man.
That's
You're only
okay.
for my one friend, man.
You are released from your bond. Thank you for helping us all these years.
Thanks, man.
And the little face, like, sort of just fades off, and all that's
Well, no,
left.
he's still got a dread left for well, whatever you
No,
want.
that was
yeah.
the last of
Oh,
the dreads.
that's the last dread. It's like
Yeah.
a physical thing.
So he says instead. He says, "That wasn't much of a dream, man, but I'll give you a dread," and then he fades off. Yeah.
And he just
He's
sort
like,
of dissipates in my hand. And I sort of grab it from the wall just as Gregory starts coming back in. And I say, I have it. I have it.
Ah, you got the. So what did you need my strength for?
I did it myself, you're useless. And I float through the porthole and I say, is he all right?
Oh, he's fine. Yarrrr, I don't understand what the problem is. What's your problem, Two-Eyed Pete?
I have spasms sometimes. Lately, ever since I tried the cooks.
You never had spasms before, Pete.
I
What's your
was
big
brought
problem?
I was brought upon by the fram. The food.
Listen, you have what you want here.
Flam.
You listen.
Flam, that's it.
Pete and I will go back to the ship. You take this and enjoy reading, and we'll meet you there. And I
Hold on. You think you're just gonna go back to the ship on your merry way here and leave us out here?
No, we're
on
just
this
gonna
piece of shit.
We're just gonna
Without
wait.
a way back to the ship?
We're just gonna wait in the transport. We're gonna wait for you.
don't-
Pete's not gonna leave.
We'll
Pete,
go back in the transport together.
Pete, are you going to leave? Are you going to leave without your captain?
Why, no, he's my captain, and I follow him faithfully
Exactly.
and would never leave.
Everyone has what they want. All right.
Come on. And that's when the captain draws his laser gun again. Come on, pass it over here, just like you promised, and then I'll let you free. Come on. Come on. Hand me the map.
And I look up above him, and there's sort of like in the rusted cage of the jackdaw. A flashback to 6 years ago when Dredd and I are walking through, and we're like, Dredd, I think this beam is going to collapse soon, don't you?
Psst, we're in space. There's no gravity.
But in the ship there is.
No, remember? I said there's no gravity.
Oh shit! Right. Flashback to
idea.
6 years. Flashback to 5 years. A year after that. But I'm like, I really like this art display, don't you, Dreads? And I point to this big box. It's like encased glass filled with glitter.
That's a lot of glitter, man.
Yes, but
What are we ever going to use all that glitter for?
no. It's not to be used. I picked this up on Rolia Poot. It's a beautiful little art display. See, what they do is they compact billions and billions of tiny little flakes of glitter, and they pack it into this glass cube. It's sort of a bit of way to remind yourself to always be careful. If a small anything smashed into this, it would fill the entire room with glitter. It'd just be absolutely miserable. I like it here nonetheless. What do
I
you say?
don't know, man. I feel like one day this isn't going to work out so nicely for someone.
Perhaps, but it won't be us. And as I'm standing there 5 years later looking at it, I see the box of glitter sort of shifted on the wall a little bit just next to the head of the captain. I say, very well, I'll give you this. And I look to Dredd and I look to the box of glitter.
Pass me the map. Pass me the map.
Here I am passing it to
And
you.
I'm going to reach up with my one arm like I'm stretching. And I'm going to grab the glitter and bring it down on the captain's head.
As the map goes floating through in slow motion, the captain's like reaching out for it.
The map.
Well,
And we push back as the fucking, because the spell ended, Dredd's face is like melting off early.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, dreads are coming back, and my leg and arm are growing back. as we push our way down the hall, and by the time we actually get to the cargo area where the ship is, or no, where we landed,
Yeah.
I'm back to full form, and
I've drawn the jackknife, and I'm like firing blankly into the glitter, like as it's like puffing up, and I'm like,
Yarrrr! What do you think you're fucking doing? Ah!
we're getting out of here. And
One-Eyed Pete, to the motor pod. Let's leave this sorry sack on his own.
But there's glitter everywhere. It's hard to see.
yeah, like we're closer to the. I figured we were like
insane.
pushing our way back, like as they were like closer to the front of the ship, and we were closer to the transport pod.
Come on, and you see lots of flailing and like.
And I'm firing. I'm like firing blankly into the thing because I can't quite see them.
And there's firing going back at you, and there's like burn spots on the walls.
And we get to the transport pod, and I shut the door.
Oh,
And Gray's in there.
Oh, yeah.
huh?
Oh no, Gray's back in the. No,
Oh,
he stayed
Gray
back.
and Friends are back.
Gregory and whatever. So I shut it, and I turned to Dreads, and it's like, get this thing rolling.
All right, strapping in. And I see them through the windshield, just a cloud of glitter, just like kind of roiling forward. And I start punching buttons. I've never flown one of these things before.
That's all right. I believe in you. As I say, nervously strapping myself in myself.
And then there's like a boom on the screen.
But they're all glittery. But they're all glittery and fantastic looking.
And then from inside the pod, you're able to open the.
Yeah, open the doors, the mouth doors. And as we do, the glitter and his hands get sucked off.
The glitter.
Yeah.
Everything goes out. The glitter, the motor pod.
No, it doesn't.
Friends.
It doesn't because. Oh wait, yeah, we're oxygenized.
We're
Oh, no.
We're just not stabilized. We're not gravitized.
We're not gravitized, so it would get sucked out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would. So everything gets sucked out. So the captain, Gregory, the glitter, and the motor pod, which you guys are in, all get sucked out into space. And you
we're
just hear,
Yarrrr!
We're flying super fast towards the ship. And we're only like a few feet away from the painted Harlan's Dream when suddenly the engine kicks in. We're mere inches away, and we actually melt some of the paint off.
You can do it.
All right, man, we did it.
Yes, we did.
No, I went for props, man.
Oh, props.
Props. There we go.
And as we coast,
as the engine from the motor pod starts up and it blows away some of the material on the side of the ship, it ends up saying Harlan's Dream. And somehow it makes a D.
as we float back into the cargo hold, and we set back down, I lean over to Dread, and I'm just like, well, not only did we succeed, we still have the map. And I reach into my pants, and I just had this hidden all along, and I pull it out, and it's
I
just
thought you were
like,
gonna pull the banana.
no, it's like covered out of, no, it's like covered in like a brown something or other. And I said, not only do we have the map, we have our lives, we have Boatswain and Bilbo and Alex, but we have a bigger ship, and I think this mission couldn't have ended any better.
Well, I hope he gets me the banana. Oh my god! Don't tell me he's got the banana.
As you come pulling into the cargo bay, Boatswain is totally ship.
And we're gonna end it there because I want to end the banana.
It totally freeze framed on your face at the very end there. Like right after.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Swashbuckler's life for.
What's with all these people with the?
Because I pulled the map out of my bum.
Oh, I thought they didn't like bananas.
Who doesn't like bananas?
That's funny. Well, good job, guys. Good
Let me
play.
eat this. You do the closing.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for your joining in on the stream tonight. All the community who were participating with the Discord,
And for my players tonight, Harlan and Justin. Let's give it another round of applause just for Harlan and Justin. These guys were great. Kept the story going. It wasn't my doing, so it was all of them. And yeah, we have to figure out who's getting endgame XP here.
Well, I don't know. You gave a lot of XP away from all the people that submitted.
I really
ideas.
did. In fact, let's instead of giving endgame XP, well, no, while you guys are figuring out endgame XP, I need to know who used the jackdaw. Is that yours, Harlan?
I just use it because that's what that's what Brandy Jack's ship was called.
But was that your input?
Yeah.
Okay, so then whose was Harlan's dream? I'm gonna need to know who was Harlan's dream. I'm gonna need to know who was Captain Short. So I'm gonna put this down. Harlan's dream, 1 XP. Captain Short, 1 XP. Then I used a lot of these non-player characters. So we've got Franz Hopper.
Mm-hmm. He was so sad.
Yeah. Franz Hopper. Franz Hopper 1. Are you guys picking out an endgame XP here?
I think instead of endgame, we should just give it to the person that...
The people that helped.
Yeah, the people that helped. Because that's sort of like...
Excuse me. And
Yeah, if you could make a list of people's names and send it to me. I'll get it onto the XP sheet.
Peter Porter.
Peter Porter.
Peter Porter, Pita Puka Pika Pepper.
Yeah, I know, right?
A porka picka poopers. Peter Pooper picked.
Bilbo Spock, 1 XP.
Bilbo Spock.
Gregory the Gargarious, which I don't
Gargarious.
know if that's a word, but Gargarious.
That's interesting because Gargarian came as an alien species.
I thought it was like,
Right?
I don't know. We just kept saying random things.
Gregorian, I think it was.
We were pretty all over the place.
Oatswain Shane Wayne and Gray Maggie.
I guess the best way to do this would be send Alex a message on Facebook, the OP1000.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Oh, you're watching the chat? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then littering, I'm giving that. Whoever had littering.
For why Alex was in jail?
Yep. Because I didn't realize that until after why I asked that question. I didn't use where to hide the bird treasure. I didn't use whose bird treasure, and I didn't use the open statement. But thank you everybody. I'm listing open statement. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 XP that were.
Jesus.
Lots of XP.
Congratulations
XP
to the wild and crazy 10 XP winners. That's endgame XP for tonight.
Okay,
Holy moly.
so
Yeah. Make me a list, Alex. Make me a list of everybody who submitted, and then
Make me a list.
Hoy, that was fun. Thanks a lot.
That was a
Alex.
lot of fun. Thank you,
Yeah,
Alex.
thank
Good
you.
twist on
Thank
space.
thank you everybody.
Yes. And so I hope you have a fantastic night and a fantastic weekend. We are going to be back Wednesday with another one shot. I don't know, Justin, if you want to do that, or maybe I'll do it. We should talk about that. Yes. Other than that, that is it from us, I think. Hope you have a great everything. Consider supporting us on Patreon if you haven't already, please. And as my brother Alex always likes to say,
Here at the Invictus stream, we like to make shit up.
we make shit up, people. Good night.
Good night.